Good Monday afternoon. Welcome in to Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us today. We are very excited to be with you for the next 3 hours. Jason Swain is here, VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver. I'm Josh Ward. You can call or text at 865-656-9900. We'd love to hear from you this afternoon. We'll talk Tennessee basketball, Tennessee football. SEC season is here for Tennessee baseball, Jason Swain. We have a lot to cover.
Florida coming into town. Tennessee basketball winning their last game against South Carolina. Spring football started up on Friday.
Back in
a lot
action
going
today.
on, my man.
Yeah.
A lot going on.
It's a good time.
It's hard to beat what's going on right now with all the sports, teams competing for a championship. There's a lot of good stuff going on right now. So it's a good time to be involved. It's a better time to talk about it.
We will talk all about it. There's a lot happening with Tennessee sports, and we have the postseason now here for the men's basketball team. The Lady Vols had their SEC tournament last week, so they'll wait until Monday for their tournament. But the men's team has the SEC tournament with play beginning on Friday and an opponent to be determined after a take-care-of-business win against South Carolina. First half was probably closer than anybody wanted it to be. Second half was a runaway for Tennessee against the Gamecocks. And we'll get into the accomplishments, the emotion that was there on Senior Day, because the emotion was there. On Senior Day, Tennessee did the post-game Senior Day celebration. A ton of fans stayed in the arena. I thought it was a great crowd for it. With the game having been complete, Jemai Mashak and Zakai Ziegler spoke briefly to the crowd. Just a great scene. Great scene. The accomplishments are remarkable. When you think about what Zakai and Jemai did over 4 seasons, they're hoping to accomplish more, obviously, with the postseason to go. But that was a cool display, I thought, at the Food City Center on Saturday.
Yeah, I was talking to Zakai last night about it, and it doesn't matter how much you try to mentally prepare for Senior Day, how you try to tell yourself this game is like every other game. It doesn't matter how much you try not to let the emotions get to you and affect how you play. It just does. And Jemai Mashak said it, I want to say last week, where those guys just avoided talking about it. You can avoid it all you want to. But when that moment comes, and it's your last game, wearing the orange in front of your fans, it could be basketball, it could be baseball, it could be football, volleyball, it doesn't matter. It's emotional because you think about the 4 years or the 5 years of hard work, maybe some adversity, you had an injury. You think about the relationships, the people that you have coming to contact with, some of your former teammates that were older when you first joined the team, but now they have went on. You start thinking about your current teammates. Like, all these emotions go through your mind right before you play or sometimes while you play. And it's tough. Like, it is difficult, very tough. And I knew it would affect our basketball team. Because if you are human and you have real emotions, like, how can it not affect you? So I knew it would affect us. My only question was, okay, when do we settle down and go play ball and go win this game? When you watch football games and it's Senior Day, usually it's the first quarter, maybe a half, where team plays a little sloppy. And we've seen it when Tennessee's played against Vanderbilt or Kentucky at the end of the season. I think we played Kentucky when I was playing, and it happened with us. We were crying our eyes out right before running through the tee, and we came out slow. But then once we played ball, we handled business and won the game. So that's what happened on Saturday with our basketball team. Came out slow. South Carolina hung around a little too long for me, for my liking, but I understood why. And then second half, we handled them.
Yeah, South Carolina is not very good.
Josh, word is we had to repaint the rims after the game because of South Carolina. They couldn't make a shot.
No.
I was like, what are y'all shooting at? Are y'all shooting to shoot the ball inside the rim or shooting just at the rim to hit the rim, because it was amazing to me how many open shots that South Carolina had, but they could not make.
Yeah,
impressive.
Which I'm sure Rick didn't like. They got some open looks.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't hit them.
At all.
So Tennessee wins 75-65 on Saturday. Now it's on to the SEC tournament. Swain, your goal for Tennessee this week is 3-0?
Bishop Boswell, get you some minutes, baby. I mean, I'm glad you brought that up. This is not a black and white conversation here. There's nuance here. You want to win every game that you play in. You want to play your best in every game that you play in. That should be your approach in everything that you do. But at the same time, we heard what Bruce Pearl said when he was asked about the deep SEC tournament run last year. They won it last year, traveled across the country, lost in the first round. He mentioned how that affected him and affected his basketball team. You know, and Rick Barnes has said this a couple of years ago, Tennessee won the SEC tournament for the first time in 40-plus years. It was a big deal. Tennessee was the number 2 seed. We thought that was going to push Tennessee to a number 1 seed. It did not. Rick Barnes talked about how he wished the tournament would matter, but felt like that the committee had already put teams in their spots earlier in the day, and they didn't watch the tournament. So knowing those things, and on top of that, you played in the toughest league in the history of college basketball in the regular season. You find yourself down 10 points, 12 points, about 5 or 6 minutes left. You putting Janai Broome back out there? You putting your top dogs back out there? You going to run them up to 40 minutes, 37, 38 minutes? I mean, which coach is going to coach differently? Which coach is going to substitute differently? That's what I'm paying attention to. Remember last year, Tennessee baseball? There was a thought that maybe, because we've already won an SEC championship a couple of years ago, got to Omaha, did not win it. There was some talk about the approach that Vitello was going to take, with some guys playing, some guys not playing, with the rotation. You wanted to win a game or so down there in Hoover, but winning the whole deal wasn't as important as winning the national championship. Well, we went down there and just won the whole deal anyways. But remember the conversation we were having when they went down there, on the way down there. So this week, Josh, I don't think I want Zakai at 38 minutes of playing time. I'm sorry. I just don't think that's going to be best for us if we play a team and Zakai has to guard a player that runs off screens. And then you know what Zakai does offensively, what he means. He's Superman. He's amazing. Don't get me wrong. But the goal is national championship. The goal is a Final Four. We're already shorthanded with our depth. Listen, man, if we go win it, I'll be happy. I'll celebrate. Cool. But, if we lose, I'm not going to be upset like I was last year when we played Mississippi State, Josh.
Yeah, you don't want to go 0-1.
No, you want to win. You want to win one. But if you win, you're probably going to play Auburn. I don't want to lose to Auburn either. So it's who you lose to. Honestly, I don't want to lose to anybody. But I want Zakai. I want our guys fresh at the same time, too. Last year, the two teams that got bounced the earliest were the two teams that went the furthest, Tennessee and Alabama.
It is a funny conversation. Do you want to go 1-1 or 3-0? 2-1 is the worst case, where you you play 3 games, but you don't get the title. Like, what's the point of playing a final game that you don't win?
This conversation is uncomfortable, Josh, because we're talking about losing.
Yeah, right.
And it being okay.
Yeah, I'm uncomfortable having it.
Yeah, it's really uncomfortable. Because losing is never okay. But, recent history has shown us
Losing's never okay, but things can end up okay
if you lose.
Do.
Yeah.
We'll come back, 865-656-9900, as the regular season is behind us. March 10th already is where we are. We are on to the postseason in basketball. We'll talk football with spring practice underway. Jason Swain is here, VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver. I'm Josh Ward. We continue the conversation and invite you to be a part of it. Call or text at 865-656-9900 on Josh and Swain.
They say the best things in life are free. Streaming 99.1 The Sports Animal proves it. Always on, always free.
Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. Been in business for decades, doing people the right way. They're family owned and operated, so they know exactly what it's like to take care of their customers. Their techs are professional, experienced, trustworthy. They all have background checks and a drug screen. Here's what's really cool. When they're on their way, you will receive a photo of the tech and a link to track them in real time. There's no wasting time waiting around. 100% satisfaction guarantee of happy you'll be, or the service is free. No one wants to deal with plumbing, HVAC, or electrical emergencies. And most of the time, when you go through that, you don't know how much it's going to cost or if it's going to be fixed the right way. And people are always trying to sell you stuff. That's not Hiller. When you call Hiller, the experts are going to solve your problems quickly. The price that you're told is the price that you actually pay. No hidden fees, no surprises when you get your bill. Book online at happyhiller.com.
This has been a paid announcement.
Good old East Tennessee, we know family, hard work, and helping your neighbors still means a lot. I'm Nick Whitehead with Whitehead Auto Sales in Alcoa and Knoxville. Our family-owned and operated business is celebrating our 20-year anniversary. Our pillars are those 3 items: family, hard work, and helping your neighbor. Experience the difference of why we've been voted #1 in Blount County for years now, and why we've expanded to Chapman Highway to help even more. Visit whiteheadautosales.com or come shake our hands for a deal you can't find anywhere else. 20 years from our family to yours at Whitehead Auto Sales.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out collection letters, garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it even harder to get out of debt. Don't let tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in taxpayer assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Let them fight on your behalf, helping to put your tax problems to rest. Call the tax professionals at Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Here's another great reason to call Instaglass.
Okay, check this out. Ready? Ready? Here goes.
You got nothing.
He dribbles left, then backs in.
No, you got nothing.
Oh, look out! He steps out.
Bring it. Bring it.
Crosses over, drives right. He
got
shoots.
nothing. No.
Oh, score!
Oh, man. Wow, that was impressive. You better call Instaglass.
Instaglass can replace and fix glass instantly. In fact, they replace glass faster than anyone else in the business. Call Instaglass to fix windows and doors the same day. They can also fix moisture in your glass or fogged windows by repairing seal failures fast. So call Instaglass today at 865-567-4555 for the fastest, most reliable same-day glass fix. Call 567-4555. That's 567-4555 or visit Instaglass.com. INSTIGLASS.com. Fixing glass instantly.
It's Junk Be Gone's 20th anniversary, and this March enjoy $100 off any demolition project, including decks, garages, sheds, mobile homes, gazebos, and more. Locally owned and operated by Mike and Tracy Such, Junk Be Gone has proudly been the #1 junk removal company. past 2 decades. Give them a buzz today and book a free estimate. If you're a do-it-yourselfer, rent a 15-yard driveway dumpster, the perfect size for remodeling, roofing, or just cleaning out the garage. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for the past 20 years.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Josh and Swain on 99.1 The Sports Animal. Once again, voted one of the top 25 sports midday shows in America by Barrett Sports Media.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us on social media at Josh and Swain, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, 865-656-9900 to join us. Swain, a little national love for Jemai Meshack. Did you see the Field of 68 covering college basketball? Jeff Goodman, Rob Doster and company naming Jemai Meshack their National Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, let's go. That's where it starts, baby. That's where it starts. He's on the radar. Our guy Ron Slay, he put it out there earlier in the season. People catching on.
Ron Slay deserves a lot of credit, I think.
Yeah, man.
He started the campaign before there was one.
That's right, dude. If that happens, I'll be so happy for Jemai Meshack, man. He deserves this. Like, he deserved that moment last week versus Alabama. He deserves this recognition. He deserves it so much, man. So I'm so happy that it's being discussed outside of Knoxville.
We've talked about Jemai doing a lot of things that don't show up in a box score or in numbers. He does things that show up, though, if you dive deep, and that has happened. That has to have played a role here. It was noted in the accomplishments at the end of the game on Saturday. Jeff Jarnigan sharing that, I think, when he was talking about some of the accomplishments of these players and the seniors when they were walking through. Jemai's making his way through the line, and UT included it in the release because they put out, hey, Field of 68 naming him Defensive Player of the Year. And that one would be Meshack ranks second nationally with a 7.1 defensive box plus minus, according to College Basketball Reference, and his 6.26 career mark is eighth best at the D1 level over the last 15 seasons. He's a top 10 defender by plus minus in all of college basketball over a 15-year span.
You got to give him the award. It's like it's that simple. It's that simple.
So Jemai Meshack, Field of 68 National Defensive Player of the Year. They also put out their All-America teams, Chaz Lanier on the third team. So Chaz Lanier, according to Field of 68. They did not choose Zakai for one of their All-America teams.
Hold on now.
So they're guards on the All-American teams. First team, just not swipe through. They went with Braden Smith from Purdue.
Come on, man.
As well as Walter Clayton Jr.
Come on now. Come on. Come on now. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't exclude Zakai for a Purdue player. Don't do that.
Hey, if you see him in the NCAA tournament, added motivation.
Braden Smith over Zakai Ziegler?
That's what it says. That's what it says.
Zakai's leading the SEC in assists. The hardest league ever from top to bottom. Tennessee is ranked top 5 in the country. He's leading the league in assists. I already said that. For those that missed, I'm saying it again. All right, who's second team?
Second team.
So Walter Clayton?
Scroll back. So Walter Clayton is first team.
First team point guard?
Well, they just have guards. So he plays the ball in his hands and off ball. Cam Jones Marquette, second team, along with Mark Sears from Alabama.
Okay, all four of those dudes are on the Bob Cousy finalist list.
Third team mention, one of the guard spots goes to Chaz Lanier. He's obviously off-ball shooting guard. Then you have Donovan Dent at New Mexico, Eric Dixon at Villanova, and Small from West Virginia. Javon Small.
I don't know what to do here, Josh, because they gave our guy Jamal Mashak Defensive Player of the Year.
Right. Chaz got All-America status.
You can be mostly right and somewhat wrong at the same time, and I think that's what these guys are. Like Zakai Ziegler not on any team. That's not right. That's not right. That don't make any sense to me.
So if you look at the finalists for the Bob Cousy Award, Zakai is the only finalist that they didn't choose for one of their All-America teams. Clayton was first team right. So was Braden Smith, and Cam Jones and Mark Sears both on the second team. Did I go good news, bad news with this segment? I led off with, hey, and then I ended the segment with you all frustrated and upset with Phil to 68. So, again, third-team All-America. They chose Chaz Lanier.
See, somebody, just make sure you don't tell Zakai this, like, right now. Because if you tell him right now, he's going to want to play 40 minutes in that SEC tournament. And that's not what we're trying to do.
You want to wait to tell him before the second round in the 2 versus 7 matchup?
First round, yeah.
Okay.
Tell him before the start of the NCAA tournament.
Okay. He'll carry it all tournament.
Because he can play 40 minutes a game if he wants to there, but I don't think that's needed in the SEC tournament. Because you gotta protect Zakai from Zakai sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like he'll try to play 41 minutes. And the game was only 40 minutes.
Right.
That's Zakai Ziegler. And you know how he got when he got mad. Who was that against? He came out in the second half after Rick Barnes told him that he was trash at halftime.
Oh, the Vandy game.
Was the Vandy? Yeah, it was the Vandy game.
Vandy game at home.
So this is going to make Zakai mad. And he's going to go beast mode. All right, Zakai averaging 7.5 assists per game. Bray Smith was averaging about 8.8. Okay. But to not have Zakai on any team.
I'm surprised he's not on the third team.
Any team? Come on, man. Yeah, I don't know about that one. But it's okay. That's all right. There's other All-American teams.
Yeah.
We'll land on one.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with the AP. AP and coaches, I'm sure,
we'll
put out.
We'll land on.
We'll see what happens there. But, and I love it in the text box. Evan, he's joking. The National Tennessee hate is real, y'all. It's a segment that began with Jemai Mashak, National Defensive Player of the Year, according to Field of 68. They honored 2 Tennessee players. Chaz Lanier, third team, All-American.
They got it 66% right.
But they missed on one.
They missed on one.
What if Tennessee had the backcourt in the third team? That would have been something. Zakai and Chaz. But they don't. Also, quick shout-out. We mentioned his text to us. It's same Evan. He texted us at the end of the show on Friday. And this is just a big part of the Jemai Mashak story, what he did for Second Harvest. Evan put it over the top. Evan last week texted in and said, hey, we're how close? And he said, tell Jemai congratulations. I'm putting him over the top of the $40,000 goal. Evan made a generous donation to Second Harvest. That was super cool. Evan's one of our regulars in the text box. We appreciate him all the time and certainly appreciate that kind of move to help out Second Harvest Food Bank.
What else did Evan say?
See if I can find it, but it said something like, was Swain gone today? Barely even noticed. Something like that. I'm trying to scroll. Wi-Fi might be messed up.
That's probably why he decided to give so much, because he was happy that I was gone.
That might have been it. His mood was lifted.
Make it rain. Swain's gone. Yeah.
Evan, we appreciate you. Want to make sure to mention that on air too.
Yeah,
So,
it's real cool.
So we're 100%. Which share are you happy with? Field of 68. Which share are you upset? Because they give Defensive Player of the Year to Jemai, All-America team position to Chaz Lanier. Zakai gets snubbed. Where are you?
Well, I'm 66% happy.
Okay.
Zakai's my guy, man.
I know.
That's my guy, man.
By the way, is it Short week Swain, says Dustin.
Huh? What?
I'm just reading the text. Man of the people. That's what Dustin says. Short week Swain. I can't say anything. I might have to miss a day or two coming up.
I had a pretty good reason for missing last week, Friday. So pretty good reason.
You did for sure.
But I'm glad that my absence was able to build the momentum needed to take Jamal Mashak's funding campaign over the top. That means you did a good show.
We tried. We tried our
That's
best.
probably why Joel's so happy this morning.
Coming off a big show, coming off a birthday. Joel had a big birthday this past Saturday.
Oh, Joel, happy late birthday, man.
Thanks.
What should we get him?
Yeah, it was fun.
We're going to have a big company celebration tomorrow, all for Joel.
I think we should have a watch party at the Chris Lofton documentary.
That's a good idea. We're going to get to that as well. That's tonight, 7 o'clock, SEC Network.
That actually would be a lot of fun.
Check out the trailers to get fired up. Go read Chris Lowe's story at ESPN.com to get your mind right. Then 7 o'clock tonight, SEC Network, Volunteer for Life, talking about Chris Lofton, the great player, and the incredible journey he had with his private battle against cancer while playing at the University of Tennessee.
On the Nation last night, we had Chris Lofton along with Chris Lowe, and Lofton is not having a watch party. He's not doing anything special. I know no one that knows him is surprised here. He's so low-key. But since he won't celebrate his own documentary, maybe we could just channel that energy towards Joel for his birthday party.
Okay, we can do that.
Yeah. So I got all these Capri Suns at the house. My kids, they haven't drunk yet, so we can just bring those to the party.
Does Chris want to show up? Just tell him it's my birthday. See if he
Still
comes.
be cake. Yeah, cake's cake.
All I got to do is just tell Chris Lofton there'll be dead end banana pudding, and he'll be there.
On the way.
That's
tell
all
him
you
I am
need.
on the way.
That's all you need right there.
By the way, Capri Suns was trying to punch that hole this weekend. I don't know what it is. At no point in my life have I ever, on the first try, gotten the straw into the Capri Sun.
You probably didn't get back in the weight room, Josh.
No, like the angle. The angle's always off.
Oh, it was the angle, huh?
That's what it was.
Oh, okay.
All
yeah.
right.
Uh-huh.
Good to have you back. 865-656-9900 to be a part of the show. You can call. You can text. We'll talk Tennessee basketball. We will talk Chris Lofton. We'll talk Tennessee football with spring practice underway. Lady Vol softball underway in SEC play, winning their opening series this past weekend against Georgia. And baseball gets going against Florida this upcoming weekend. All the sports for Tennessee fans to follow. We'll continue right here on Josh and Swain.
Johnson, our CFO needs some info for the IPO ASAP.
No problem, boss. Just search the web. Cumulus Digital has helped our SEO big time.
Speak English, Johnson.
Search engine.
SEO, huh? That's A-OK.
Cumulus Digital.
Great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on the Sports Animal.
In the NFL, the Buffalo Bills have given MVP quarterback Josh Allen a 6-year, $330 million contract extension through the 2030 season. That includes $250 million guaranteed. That's the most guaranteed money ever given to an NFL player. It also makes Josh Allen tied for second in terms of highest average annual value at $55 million per year. The Pittsburgh Steelers traded for Seahawks wide receiver DK Metcalf on Sunday and then signed the wide receiver to a 5-year, $150 million contract extension. The former second-round pick is 27 years old and requested a trade on Wednesday as he was getting ready to enter the final year of a 3-year, $72 million contract he signed back in 2022. The Los Angeles Rams signed 6-time Pro Bowl wide receiver Devontae Adams to a 2-year deal yesterday after the New York Jets released the former All-Pro last week. Adams had 67 catches for 854 yards and 7 touchdowns in 11 games for the Jets last season. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Accomplishing goals is hard, but when your goal is to learn a new language, Babbel makes it easy. Babbel is designed with you in mind. From expert-created lessons to conversational video units and even live classes, you can personalize your Babbel experience to be exactly what you need to really learn a new language more easily. Go ahead, set a goal for yourself. Accomplish it with Babbel. Try Babbel for free. Go to BABBEL.com That's Babbel.com.
Old Spice Swagger Body Wash will make you the MVP of freshness and confidence. With its irresistible scent, it will transform your shower experience, leaving you feeling fresh on and off the field. Pair it with Old Spice Swagger Deodorant, the #1 aluminum-free brand that keeps you feeling like a Super Bowl champion 24/7 when used daily. But don't wait. This dynamic duo is available at Costco for a limited time only. Old Spice, official deodorant partner of the NFL and Super Bowl 59, where freshness meets football greatness.
Swung on and hit it into deep left field. Back to the wall. It's gone.
Lady Ball softball is underway at Sherry Parker Lee Stadium.
Walk-off home run.
Cheer on the Lady Balls as they take on SEC opponents Arkansas, Mississippi State, Auburn, Texas A&M, and more on Rocky Top. Better hurry, tickets are going fast. We'll see you at Sherry Parker Lee Stadium for Lady Ball softball. View the schedule and get your tickets at allvols.com.
Knoxville, the days are warming up, but why wait for summer? Jumpstart your sunshine season with a non-stop flight to Sarasota, Florida. In just a couple of hours, you'll be soaking up the sun, dipping your toes in the water, and feeling that warm ocean breeze. The perfect getaway is closer than ever here at McGee-Tyson Airport. For more information on flight schedule and tickets, visit flyknoxville.com.
Life is all about choices. Wings are no different. Fire breathing hot or sweet chili lime. A next level lunch or dinner with the crew for the game. Share with your wingman or rock your own personal drum solo. Big Kahuna Wings has you covered no matter how you chow. For over 25 years, we've been the real Big Kahuna here in Knoxville, slinging world famous wings, burgers, fries, and more. Big Kahuna Wings, the wings that changed it all, coming soon to Maryville. Big Kahuna Wings, changing your taste buds forever.
Fort Sanders Health and Fitness is now Covenant Health Fitness Center. Same great service, new name, no long-term contracts. Visit us at Pellissippi Parkway and Kingston Pike for a free 3-day trial. Visit covenanthealth.com/fitness-center or call 531-5000.
Hey Vol fans, it's Dr. Lewis Reaper with Tennessee Foot and Ankle, and our team is all Vol. We know the pains that come from kicking the TV after a tough loss and the agony that follows until the next win. For any Vol pain that you experience, let us help heal you from the ankles down. Located in Sevierville, Madisonville, and Lenoir City, we'll make it worth the drive knowing you're being treated by true Vol fans who know true Vol pains. Call today at VOL 986-2700 and let's get your Vol pain gone before more settle in this next game day. Tennessee Foot and Ankle.
Are you tired of struggling with your gate every time you come home? Say goodbye to the hassle and hello to convenience with Stanley Fencing, your East Tennessee experts and automatic gate operators. From big fencing jobs to cozy backyard setups, they've got you covered. At Stanley Fencing, they take pride in not just building fences, but building lasting relationships with their customers. Because when you choose them, you're not just getting a fence, you're getting a partner for life. Stanley Fencing, where quality and care come together.
Now Taxes is using Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get your refund so you can do more with it right in Credit Karma. Now this is taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
This report is sponsored by Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Every day in Tennessee brings something new that can catch us by surprise, like a rainy day fender bender. Farm Bureau Insurance is there to make sure the important things like auto, home, life, and small business are well protected. Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Tennessee Insurance for Tennessee Life.
Finally scouring out those clouds as we head to the end of the day. We'll be into the middle 60s. Not too terribly cold for most of the mornings this week. In fact, we're off to the races with the warmest temperatures of the year by the time we hit Friday. Most of the rest of the week spent in the lower to middle 70s with low chance of rain and higher fire risk. For the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ben Cathy.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Farragut at 865-675-3999.
All facts, no fluff. Honest, credible sports information from two guys that know the facts. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Evan confirmed nothing but love for Swain here. So I was spreading nothing but false propaganda in the last segment. I apologize for that.
I know I know Evan got my back.
Yeah, Evan's got your back.
Yeah, everybody got their back.
You're right. I don't know what that means, but Evan's got it for sure. And then Ryan's got my back. He said worldwide Capri Sun's straw accuracy is worse than Shaq's free throw percentage. But as far as grade school drinks come, I'll take a messed up Capri Sun drink, pouch spilling everywhere, versus, I don't want to take a shot at another product, but it's a orange product.
Cool.
So it's worth the squeeze, worth the straw punch.
They got the Capri Suns like in a bottle with a screw top now.
See, I don't know how to feel about that.
Not the same.
I think you still got to punch the straw.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Yeah, I think the really good battle is Capri Sun versus High C.
I don't know about that one.
Remember those Ecto coolers?
Yeah, I know.
Those were the days.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Those were the days. Those were the days. Jason Swain, VFL. Many days have passed since he played wide receiver at Tennessee.
Okay. All right, Josh.
Trying to segue here on the show. Just trying.
Not doing a good job.
They're back on the practice field. Started practice on Friday, back today. And there's been some positivity about Mike Matthews' play to begin. Boo Carter is getting some work on the offensive side as expected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, saw it this morning. Nice chilly day, perfect football weather. Mike Matthews, I always pay attention to who kind of goes first at the receiver position, because that, to me, means that he is looked at as the tone setter. And Mike Matthews is going first, and no one was able to really cover him in one-on-ones from what I saw. And so Mike Matthews today, seeing him basically confirm what I saw in him last spring, which is why I thought he would be playing a whole lot more, make a lot of plays. But, hey, when you're a freshman, things happen, injury, trying to get used to everything. It's hard to compare him to other freshman receivers that either had a lot of yards, a lot of touchdowns, or even had less than Mike Matthews. So everyone's situation is different, but Mike Matthews certainly has the skill set to be one of the best receivers in the SEC. Last year in the spring game, he caught a deep pass, and it was like he was shot out of a cannon when he caught the ball. And that's the mark of an explosive player, in my opinion. And so you knew he had it, and you just need to kind of refine some of his skills, help him understand how important it is to have a certain level of focus, attention to detail that's needed for him to be where he wants to be and where this team needs him to be. But we're seeing more of that. At least I saw more of that today watching him go up against our DB. So, man, he was great to watch today. He's going to be a good player, and hopefully he stays healthy. And it was good to see Staley out there. I told you that I like Staley's game from watching him at the end of last year. So he did a good job today. So we'll continue to monitor the progression of that group. I think some of the younger guys, the kid from Memphis,
Rodarius Jackson.
Jackson. I think he's gonna be good. So keep in mind, take this with a grain of salt. They're in shorts. It's the second day
of spring ball.
But I like what I saw today.
Yeah, both things can be true, and I think are in this case. The wide receiver group has question marks and has plenty to prove, while also possessing a lot of potential, some of which we've covered for 6 months, almost a year now, when Matthews showed up as a 5-star freshman going through last spring. But the potential is still there, and now those guys get an unquestioned opportunity because of players who have moved on at wide receiver.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Matthews,
100%.
Staley, the freshman, Mark Jefferson still limited right now as a transfer from Alabama, but they all get a shot because there is no proven depth. There's an opportunity for all of them.
Travis Smith is who I was talking about, the freshman.
Okay.
Yeah.
From Atlanta.
Yeah, that's what I saw today. that I was like, oh, okay, he got a chance. Yeah, he got a chance to be good and play early.
You can see why Travis Smith was so highly touted.
Yeah. So Travis Smith is who I saw today, along with Staley and Matthews, who I came away with being impressed with.
All right, a little optimism there.
For sure, yeah.
Any early impression on what chance Boo Carter has to help on offense?
Yeah, I saw him. He ran. He worked in the slot a little bit, and again, this is the second day of spring ball. I left a little early. I didn't see him making plays like Mike Matthews made, but he's going to be an asset for sure on offense.
Something Joel and I discussed for a few minutes on Friday was if you got some kind of magic wand and you could wave it over a player to have him make a leap this offseason and reach his potential. I kind of said take Nico out of it. I guess if you want it to be Nico, that's fine. But kind of
I wanted to be Nico.
Yeah, that's why I took him out because he's such an easy answer.
Okay.
I said I think Mike Matthews is probably the answer.
Who you need to make the biggest jump from?
Yeah,
year
if you
one
said,
to
hey,
year two?
the potential that we believe this player has, you could wave your magic wand, and he reaches that this offseason heading into the 2025 season. I think Matthews is my answer there.
Well, I think he's the obvious answer.
Okay.
I mean, who would be the second choice? Whoever the second choice would be, it would be a significant gap between Mike Matthews and the second choice, because we're talking about someone that was a 5-star coming out of high school, someone that plays a position that you got to have explosiveness from for this offense to be successful. You need weapons for Nico so he is successful, and then it has long-term ramifications as well. You need Mike Matthews to be successful so you can get the next great wide receiver, and there's one that's been on campus and looking at Tennessee that's a 5-star, and so you need Mike Matthews to do well so you can get the next 5-star. So, yeah, I think it's Mike Matthews, and it's not even close.
Yeah, the other names I threw out, just thinking back to the conversation Friday, Arion Carter, maybe Edwin Spillman, but I'd go Carter before Spillman, so arguing between linebackers doesn't make a lot of sense. I said Jordan Ross, but I would eliminate Jordan Ross because I already feel good enough about the group to where I don't think that's necessary for the sake of this conversation. I said Lance Hurd, but then I wonder, okay, what do you believe his full potential is this year? But I don't think he's a bad choice. If you believe, hey, he's an all-SEC left tackle if he reaches full potential, I don't think that's a bad choice. And then after that, I'm kind of running out of names that I think would be comparable in the conversation of what Mike Matthews can be and the importance of him doing that at that position. It's a combination, not only what his full potential is, potential would be all SEC, but also you need somebody to emerge there as a wide receiver one.
Yeah, I mean, Arion Carter, I mean, he's been here. This is his third season,
right?
And then he played a lot last year, made some plays. He would say there were some plays he could have, made that he didn't make. So I'll probably disqualify him. Lance Hurd started the whole season last year, had a strong finish. So he's coming back in his second year being a starting player. But you look at Mike Matthews, there was a thought that he would redshirt at some point during the season. And it felt like every week, we were like, is he going to play this week? Oh, we going to see him this week. Like, we were doing that every single week. And
yeah, we do over under half a catch for Mike Matthews.
Yeah, like when he did, and when he played, he didn't really do a lot. And so I just think there's more room for him than some of the other guys based on what he didn't do last year. And it's a position that is so vital and crucial for the success of the quarterback and the offense. Like, I throw another player in there too. How about, Peyton Lewis? I mean, he is thought to be kind of the guy right there at RB1. Had a good freshman year, and Dylan Sampson is left. So I'm not saying Peyton Lewis is going to fill Dylan Sampson's shoes by himself, but he kind of leads the group, a group that is trying to fill Samson's shoes collectively. So, like, this sophomore surge is kind of what we're expecting from a guy like Peyton Lewis, who looked pretty good as a true freshman. So I throw him in that group too.
I would include him in the conversation.
Yeah, I mean, he held his own as a true freshman. Did a pretty good job.
But a good start, it looks like, to the spring for Mike Matthews. Back to the need for a wide receiver one, a lead guy. He could be that guy.
Yeah, I'm looking for him. And everyone leads differently, but that room is missing someone that's like, yo, come on, good catch, do it again, do it better. Like, he's a true sophomore. He hasn't done much, so he probably doesn't feel like he does earn that right to do that. But that group needs somebody, and I would always say the person that can do it is probably the one that's really good, and I think Mike Matthews could do that, and people will listen. But that group is so young, man. I don't know who can, but I think Mike Matthews has the credibility because of how good he is to do that. But that every group has to have that vocal leader. I'm curious to see who's going to be that from that group.
865-656-9900. That's VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain talking about Tennessee's wide receivers at the early part of Tennessee's spring practice, which started this past Friday. They practice today. We'll continue inviting you to join us. 865-656-9900 on Josh and Swain.
Stream the Sports Animal free via the app, your smart speaker, your favorite streaming service, or the website at 991thesportsanimal.com.
Be here today for No Huddle. 30 minutes of talking sports, only stopping to give you 30-second traffic updates. Be here at 5 for No Huddle, powered by Chattanooga Whiskey. Made in Chattanooga with double the roasted and toasted grains than anyone else. It's Tennessee's best sipping whiskey. No Huddle, today, 5 p.m. on 99.1. The Sports Animal.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
Accomplishing goals is hard, but when your goal is to learn a new language, Babbel makes it easy. Babbel is designed with you in mind. From expert-created lessons to conversational video units and even live classes, you can personalize your Babbel experience to be exactly what you need to really learn a new language more easily. Go ahead, set a goal for yourself. Accomplish it with Babbel. Try Babbel for free. Go to BABBEL.com. That's Babbel.com.
Wow, these bank fees are flat out ridiculous. And forget about trying to get a car or home loan. So, who do you do your banking with, Sharon?
Me? I don't.
You don't use a bank?
No.
So what do you, like, save your money under a mattress? Bury it in the backyard? Or maybe you borrow from some rich relative when you need a loan?
No, nothing like that. I do credit unioning.
Wait, what? Credit unioning? What the heck's that?
It's kind of like banking, but so much better. Especially if you use Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union.
Need a home loan to buy, build, or remodel the home of your dreams, but not sure what loan option is right for you? Alcoa 10 can help. Their lending team can assist you in finding the solution that best fits your needs. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, the clear choice. Your less red tape banking alternative. Go to tfcu.com for details. Member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
Life is busy. Work, family, responsibilities. What if college fit your schedule? At Roan State, we make education work for adults like you with flexible online, in-person, and hybrid classes. Learn on your schedule from anywhere. Affordable degrees designed to help you advance your career or start something new, all while balancing your busy life. At Roan State, it's students first. Your goals, your schedule, your time. Get started today at roanstate.edu.
Here's another great reason to call Instaglass.
Okay, check this out. Ready?
Ready? Here goes.
You got nothing.
He dribbles left, then backs in.
No, you got nothing.
Look out. He steps out.
Bring it.
Crosses over, drives right. He shoots. Oh, score.
Oh, man. Wow, that was impressive. You better call Instaglass.
Instaglass can replace and fix glass instantly. In fact, they replace glass faster than anyone else in the business. Call Instaglass to fix windows and doors the same day. They can also fix moisture in your glass or fogged windows by repairing seal failures fast. So call Instaglass today at 865-567-4555 for the fastest, most reliable same-day glass fix. Call 567-4555. That's 567-4555. Or visit Instaglass.com. INSTIGLASS.com. Fixing glass instantly.
Waters Equipment is your Maryville and surrounding area Woods Equipment tractor implement dealer, featuring the original Batwing rotary cutter. Woods Equipment offers products with 10-year gearbox warranties, rotary cutters with easy change blade system with a simple 3/4 wrench. They have Woods rotary cutters, rotary tillers, box blades, grater blades, pallet forks, finish mowers, and more products offered for tractors. Woods Equipment is available at Waters Equipment Company. Call 865-238-9000 or visit watersequipmentco.com.
Good old East Tennessee, we know family, hard work, and helping your neighbors still means a lot. I'm Nick Whitehead with Whitehead Auto Sales in Alcoa and Knoxville. Our family-owned and operated business is celebrating our 20-year anniversary. Our pillars are those three items: family, hard work, and helping your neighbor. Experience the difference of why we've been voted #1 in Blount County for years now, and why we've expanded to Chapman Highway to help even more. Visit whiteheadautosales.com or come shake our hands for a deal you can't find anywhere else. 20 years from our family to yours at Whitehead Auto Sales.
I'm Michael Jenkins here to help you beat the books for the BetMGM Network. Conference Tournament Week is here in college hoops with 13 projected tournament teams. All eyes will be on the SEC in Nashville. 4 to win the event at plus 250 shows a lot of value considering the Gators are ranked in the top 10 of both offensive and defensive efficiency. Todd Golden's team will also enter Nashville red hot as winners of 9 of their last 10. I'm Michael Jenkins from the BetMGM Network. Bet smarter and beat the books, and download the BetMGM app today. Please gamble responsibly.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small, loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Back for the final segment of hour number 1. It'll be a quick one, then we'll turn things around with 2 more hours to go here on Josh and Swain. We'll have to set some time aside to talk about all this money your position's making. Big payday for DK Metcalf. Devontae Adams headed to the Rams.
This is not news, though. I mean, the receiver position is valuable. The NFL's a passing league. Explosive
It's a passing league and stop the passer league. $40 million a year for Myles Garrett.
Listen, Myles, I understand. I get it. Man, you was blowing some hot air about how you want to play for a contender. Money does some things, don't it?
It does.
He went from wanting to play for a contender to being like, you know what? I'll stay and play for the Browns.
I want to win, but I don't want to win that bad.
Nothing about the Browns says winning now. No quarterback. Nothing. Your best player said he wants to go play for a contender and win a championship. And I believe him.
No, I believe him too. I'm sure he still wants to be a part of a contender. But if I were him, I would also want to make $40 million a year.
You can't turn that down.
Man.
You can't turn that down.
And Jamar Chase today. Woo, celebrating.
He's loving it.
Celebrating.
He's loving it.
Anybody out there set to get a big payday? Your payday just got bigger.
Poor Bengals. They are in hell right now. They are so cheap. They don't want to pay Jamar Chase a dime. They want to pay him the least amount possible. They're so cheap.
Man, so we'll get to all of that. Some are saying the Raiders are back, which is very exciting. We'll cover it all. 2 hours to go. 865-656-9900. Postseason is here for Tennessee's basketball team. This is Josh and Swain.
His Security Technology, your one-stop shop for all your security and technology needs. We offer state-of-the-art security systems to protect your home or business, as well as cutting-edge technology solutions to enhance your daily life. Our team of experts is dedicated to providing top-quality service and support. Contact His Security Technology today to learn more about stay protected and connected. 865-474-9495 or visit hissecurity.com. In God we trust, all others we monitor.
Hey, this is Heather Harrington from my favorite jewelry store, TK Wheeler Jewelers, located on South Illinois Avenue in Oak Ridge, right there next to the Outback Steakhouse. My man TK has been in business for decades, and he knows what jewelry is going to stand the test of time. He doesn't get caught up in all the trends. He knows that gold and diamonds, they just can't be beat. And he's got a huge selection of bridal and non-bridal diamond jewelry, because why do you have to wait till you're married to wear diamonds? You don't at TK Wheeler Jewelers. Everything from diamond pendant necklaces where the diamond's just floating around and sparkling in the center of your chest, or a beautiful diamond tennis bracelet that catches the sun every time you move your arm. Or one of my dream pieces at TK Wheeler Jewelers, the inside-outside diamond hoop earrings where, you guessed it, the diamonds are inside and out. Oh, they are just stunning. Celebrate life's biggest moments with a beautiful piece of jewelry from the one and only TK Wheeler Jewelers. This has been a paid announcement. Let's get started. Let's get you that dream kitchen that you are going to love to entertain in, cook in, and just exist in. Hey, it's Heather Harrington. The company to trust in 2025 to help you get there is Kitchen Sales. Trust me, a full-on kitchen renovation, it's an intense process, and that's why trust is so important. You're going to be spending your hard-earned money, and if you're like me, you don't know exactly what you want. Yeah, you've got ideas, but you don't know how to make them happen. The team at Kitchen Sales, that's where they come in. They have a design team that will work with your real budget. They can beat salvage store pricing, or you can go up to the fully custom kitchen of your dreams, and it's all one-stop shopping. You can get every detail of your new kitchen ironed out at one of their two great locations, Hoyt Avenue near downtown, or out west near Best Buy in the Town and Country Circle Shopping Center. If your kitchen needs help, you need Kitchen Sales. Get more info online at kitchensales.net.
This has been a paid announcement.
Buying a home used to feel like a complete headache. Listings here, pre-approval there, financing somewhere else. Now, Rocket is giving every home one address. Rocket.com. A single, seamless homeownership platform to help you find, buy, sell, finance, and refinance your home. Everything you need, all under one roof. Visit Rocket.com, the new home for all things homeownership. Rocket. Own the dream.
Good morning, beat freaks. Who's ready to move? Let's start this day right.
Tasha's morning dance parties are meeting rave reviews.
Lose your phones and find your groove.
They need an ops manager to help their community dance the morning away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Every day is a good day to focus on your health. If you suffer from conditions like migraines, intestinal issues, body pain, or are always tired, call doctors Jason and Alicia Bloom at Marble City Chiropractic. From newborns to 100 years, they give individualized chiropractic care based on your needs. They teach the 5 essentials of health and healing, creating a new mindset that focuses on nutrition, exercise, and spinal correction. For your consultation, please call Marble City Chiropractic at 865-766-2081 or go to marblecity.chiropractic.com.
From the Budweiser Studios, this is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville. Touchdown. Streaming worldwide at 991thesportsanimal.com and on the Sports Animal app. Yes! We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Maggie Gray with a Sports Minute. Stop me if you've heard this before, but I'm not sure the Cleveland Browns made the right decision. The team gave Myles Garrett an extension with over $123 million in guaranteed money, roughly a month after Garrett requested a trade. Sure, you want to keep good players, but with so many question marks, including at quarterback, would the Browns have been better off trading Garrett in his age 30 season and rebuilding? I think so. I'm Maggie Gray.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother got life insurance from Ethos, and it only took 10 minutes. And he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online, no medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit ethos.com/sports. Ethos.com/sports.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Shopping for a mortgage? Don't sign a thing till you call for a free quote from Fountain City Finance. 687-8200.
Welcome into hour number 2 of Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us on this Monday afternoon. Had the time change this past weekend. That's another reminder of where we are. NCAA tournament time coming up. We are 6 days away from Selection Sunday, so we are 6 days away from finding out exactly what spot and the opponents Tennessee will face in the NCAA tournament. We'll get back to Tennessee football as well with the Vols continuing spring practice earlier today. Jason Swain is here.
Hey.
VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver.
What's up?
We appreciate you being with us. 865-656-9900 to join.
Who said the Raiders were back? I missed that.
Well, I just accurately mentioned at the end of last hour that some are saying that the Raiders are back. They made a trade for Geno Smith on Friday, which...
Heck of a trade.
It is.
That was a great move. That was really uncharacteristic of the Raiders to make such a good move.
What's a new era?
Yeah.
We've got an all-time great that is wink, wink, nod, nod running the show.
Yeah. We talking Pete Carroll or Tom Brady?
Well, you name them. But might be talking about Tom in that one.
Yeah.
But then Pete Carroll, now the head coach.
What?
You got an adult in the room.
Didn't you say something about a quarterback that was compared to Tom Brady? I think y'all called him the new Tom.
Some had called Aiden O'Connell new Tom, which he still could be. Book's not written yet.
You know, Tom was like a backup in his early career, then he wound up being a starter and took over.
Right.
So Aiden looks like he's going to be a backup after playing the league 3 or 4 years. That's weird how that worked out.
Well, we all travel our own journey.
Gotcha. Well, good move. Great move to bring in Geno Smith. I'm a big Geno fan. He kind of came back from being slandered during his time there with the New York Jets. I think it's a really good story about sometimes fans, we are quick to judge when a player is not coming in and producing. Sometimes the player is not producing because the environment is not right for that player. It's like Geno Smith. It's like Sam Darnold. Oh, what do you know? Both quarterbacks play for the Jets.
Hello to
and
the
look
Jets.
at him now.
Yep.
So
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield, the Browns. Look at him now. So instead of always pointing the finger at the player, sometimes you have to look at the organization and the position that he's in. Is he allowed to thrive and be successful?
Well, I'm glad to see this. You and I are aligned in pulling for the Raiders now. This is great.
Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I always like the Raiders. I just like messing with you.
Yeah. Chiefs are vulnerable, so strike while the iron is hot.
Vulnerable. Oh, okay.
Again,
yeah, they're vulnerable versus the Eagles.
Yeah.
They wasn't vulnerable versus anybody else.
Yep. Check yourself there, Ward, before you wreck yourself on that one. But that was a move in the right direction, I do believe.
Yeah. Good job, man. Happy for you. Even though you didn't do anything.
Well, got to support. Amy asked this in the text box over in Crossville. Amy, we appreciate the text. What are you guys realistically thinking the expectation should be for Tennessee's basketball team in the NCAA tournament? What is a realistic expectation for Tennessee?
The floor is the Elite Eight for me.
The Elite Eight?
What are you, like a parrot? Are you a parrot or something? I just said that.
Acoustics were better. Why are we getting an echo?
I said Elite Eight and you repeated it. Are you a parrot or something? Are we playing like a little kids game where like you're gonna just mock me and say everything I say? I said Elite Eight, Josh Ward.
Okay.
That has you going up against the number 1 seed,
right,
for a chance to go to the Final Four.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with that?
Well, there's nothing wrong with it. That would be a great accomplishment.
You know, Tennessee's been just sitting comfortable in the top 5, top 10 all season this year.
Right.
At Auburn, you lost by a shot.
Mm-hmm.
The only team that you have not played that is right there in the top 5 with you is Houston and Duke. You mean tell me that Tennessee can't play with those guys? And by the way, Houston and Duke are going to be number 1 seeds. So if you have beaten everybody else, I think Elite Eight should be the floor for this basketball team.
Tennessee has been ranked inside the top 8 since week 3 of the season, going by the Associated Press poll.
I'm not crazy or anything, am I? By saying the floor should be Elite Eight. Now, I understand how basketball works.
Mm-hmm.
How you may run to a team that's a bad matchup. How you could shoot the ball. It could be cold on a particular day and the shot's not fall and your butt going home. But I look at Tennessee's defense. I look at how we found different ways to win. You've played the toughest schedule of anyone outside the SEC. Like, you should be battle tested. I think that should be the expectation. Now, if you ask one of these players, they're going to say Final Four. And that's what they should say. But we were asked. So I'm going to say Elite Eight because playing against the number 1 seed like a Duke, that'll be tough because them and Auburn, I think you put them up there at the top, and then like the slightly below them, you would put like Florida and Alabama and Houston. Then you put Tennessee kind of at the bottom of that tier, just because Tennessee's offensive rut at times get them in trouble. But Tennessee has proven, like, when they're making shots, you beating Florida by 20.
Mm-hmm.
And when you don't, they're beating you by 30. So it just depends on what we do shooting the basketball that day.
By the way, update, the Associated Press poll has just come out. Tennessee fell 4 spots. I'm a little surprised by that, but fell 4 spots to number 8. So they're still in the top 8 for the sake of this conversation about where they've ranked. But Tennessee fell from number 4 to number 8.
Damn, Brakefield, man.
Yeah, all because of I guess it wasn't a great showing against South Carolina, but losing on the road by 2 to Ole Miss. It's a good quality team.
Brakefield had 19 points in the second half. That's probably why.
Yeah, that's a big reason why. Your number 1 is Duke. Houston is number 2. Auburn falls from 1 to 3.
That stuff don't even matter, man.
No, it doesn't matter.
No,
it doesn't matter. Florida's number 4. Bama moves up 2 spots to number 5.
Auburn would beat Houston.
What you do at the end of the week matters so much, doesn't it? And by the way, winning at Auburn, that's a big deal. But they went 1-1 during the week, but moved up 2 spots. St. John's number 6. Michigan State number 7. Alabama is number 5. They moved up from number 7 to number 5, winning at Auburn despite a home loss to Florida.
They lost 2 in a row.
They did.
And moved up 2 spots?
Well, since the last poll going 1-1, yeah, they moved up 2 spots because they won at Auburn on Saturday. Auburn lost twice and moved down 2 spots.
I'm trying to pretend like I care. I really don't.
Right.
Because this is the last AP poll. Like, it don't really matter, man. Like, the seeding is what matters here on Sunday, we're
the
gonna
seeding,
know.
the matchups, and who advances. Because
Yeah,
even a week from today, when we have the bracket and we look at who's in the region and what's the draw, and we have the conversation about who has the toughest road as a 1 or a 2, you don't even know for sure who you're going to play. It could be an upset or more than one that leads to unexpected matchups, but that also can lead to a team that had to play well enough to win. So you can run into a hot 7 or 10 or 11 that's playing really well that might be underseeded.
Yeah. I don't care about the AP poll at this stage of the game. It's about the seed.
Yeah, that's a December or January thing to yell about.
I mean, I know you got to come out with it, but no one should care about the AP poll this week.
So you say expectation. Amy's question from a few minutes ago, what are your guys' realistic expectations for Tennessee in the NCAA tournament? You said Elite Eight.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I said what I said, Elite Eight. Tennessee is ranked 8th, which is what, the lowest we've been? I think we were outside the top 10 for like a split second.
They started the season 12th and took 3 weeks to get inside the top 10, but they jumped up to number 7, fell back to 8th for a week, I believe, or 2.
Yeah, I mean,
and then continued to rise back up since then. So, yeah, they've spent almost the entire season in the top with the rankings.
So, yeah,
and
Elite Eight.
And I think most of the season top 8 by Ken Palm and by the NCAA net ranking. The NCAA net ranking still has Tennessee number 5. See what Mr. Pomeroy says for the ranking. Tennessee's Ken Palm ranking, number 5. So top 5 by Ken Palm, top 5 by the NCAA net ranking. Number 1 defensively, number 22 offensively.
And there's a handful of teams that can say that they're in the top 25.
Not a lot.
So here's my question. I answered Amy's question. How about you answer Amy's question? I mean, your name is first on the show. You should have went first answering the question, Josh.
Well, I don't know if that's true, but I would love to answer the question.
Yeah, please do.
When we come back, 865-656-9900. If you would like to join us, stay with us here on Josh and Swain.
Free on the radio, free on the app, free on our website. You can hear 99.1, the sports animal, free anytime, anywhere.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Wilson Brothers Plumbing. We have used Wilson Brothers at my home. We have used Wilson Brothers Plumbing for help on a project that we had planned and with help on a problem that we ran into at our home. We had an underground leak issue a couple years ago. It was during the spring, a little later than this time of year, but we knew something was going on. We had Wilson Brothers come out, check it out, and tell us what was happening. They were able to identify the leak issue. They gave us a couple of options, but recommended what we needed to do to fix the problem, and that's what we went with. We got an upfront price. They told us what it would cost ahead of time. They communicated with us throughout the job. We had the peace of mind. If you need peace of mind when you call somebody to help you either with a problem or a project that you're planning and you need professional help, call Wilson Brothers Plumbing. Great local company, every day focused on helping take care of customers. Call Wilson Brothers Plumbing at 865-415-1537 or visit wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. That's wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. Wilson Brothers, the proof is in the plumbing.
This has been a paid announcement.
Native Design, your local custom pool and hardscape specialist. For 20 years, Native Design has transformed outdoor spaces into breathtaking retreats where families gather, friends connect, and memories are made. Picture the pool of your dreams, a place to relax, entertain, and make any season unforgettable. Paired with excellent, durable hardscapes like custom decking and stonework, Native Design turns ordinary yards into exceptional escapes. Call 865-310-3256 or visit nativetn.com.
Looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle? Beatty Chevrolet has over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles in stock. Over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles in stock. And you can save time when you shop online at BeattyChevrolet.com. Once you say yes, the process is easy and Beatty's team will get you in and out in an hour or less. And as always, buy with confidence with the Beatty warranty for life. Beatty Chevrolet on Parkside Drive. Online at BeattyChevrolet.com. Beatty Chevrolet, locally owned and operated for over 90 years.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit getethos.com. That's getethos.com. Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Are you tired of struggling with your gate every time you come home? Say goodbye to the hassle and hello to convenience with Stanley Fencing, your East Tennessee experts and automatic gate operators. From big fencing jobs to cozy backyard setups, they've got you covered. At Stanley Fencing, they take pride in not just building fences, but building lasting relationships with their customers. Because when you choose them, you're not just getting a fence, you're getting a partner for life. Stanley Fencing, where quality and care come together.
Sweet Deals are your chance to experience some of the finest restaurants and attractions East Tennessee has to offer at unbeatable prices. This Friday morning at 9, go to 991thesportsanimal.com and get a sweet deal to Chicago Hot Dog and Sausage Company and get $50 for only $25.
Marble City Family Chiropractic now offers cupping. If you're suffering from chronic pain or muscle tension and you've tried everything from medications to physical therapy with little relief, it's time to try cupping. Cupping uses suction to stimulate blood flow and promote healing in targeted areas of the body. It's safe, not invasive, and has been used for centuries to relieve pain and improve your overall health. Don't let chronic pain hold you back any longer. Call Marble City Family Chiropractic today and experience the benefits for yourself. Visit MarbleCityChiropractic.com to schedule your appointment.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Farragut at 865-675-3999.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us today. Andrew, over in Powell, texts in, it's only fitting to mow a beautiful yard and listen to Josh and Swain.
Oh, man, I did that yesterday.
It is a beautiful day. Andrew, the photo you sent, looks like you're doing some good work out there.
Let me see. Let me see this photo. But yeah, yesterday was a great day to mow the yard, man.
Spring season is here.
Man, it was awesome.
Enjoy it.
Check out this photo right quick.
Jason Swain is here. He's a VFL. He's a former Tennessee wide receiver, former number 21 overall recruit in the 2003 class, according to Tom Lemming at ESPN. Top 200 basketball prospect at one time in the 2003 class. Same class as LeBron James, who's still
Don't
playing
do that.
in the NBA. So catching you up on where Swain is with his accolades. Amy, I had the question last segment. What is a realistic expectation for Tennessee in the NCAA tournament? We talked about Tennessee's ranked number 8 in the AP poll today, number 6 in the coaches poll, number 5 by both the NCAA net rankings and KenPom.
Well, we're waiting.
I think a realistic expectation is Sweet 16. That's not to say the goal should be, hey, get to the Sweet 16 and everybody's happy. Everything else from there is gravy. But the expectation I have is Sweet 16. Got to get out of the first weekend. Anything short of that would be a big disappointment. Losing the Sweet 16 would be disappointing, but I think that would be a tremendous accomplishment. So my expectation is get to the Sweet 16. Am I being too soft?
So when you coach little league kids, do you tell them just to have fun? So
that's not all.
Do you even talk about the scoreboard? Is winning part of your strategy, Joshua, or is it just about just having fun?
Well, the message that I delivered this past basketball season was have a good time,
It's important.
Try your best.
That's very important.
Be a good teammate on the floor.
Super important.
And
Sportsmanship. You forget about that, Josh? That's important too, Josh.
Well,
don't forget about that part,
I
Josh.
typically had to offer reminders of sportsmanship in follow-up conversations.
Okay, that
Maybe I
makes it
should have
simple.
stressed it earlier on. I recognize my faults. We all have to improve.
Either coach it or you allow it, Josh.
But I did stress that if you took care of those things, those traits, having fun while trying your best and being a good teammate, maybe another thing or two, that good results will come.
Did you let them know that winning is fun? Because it's really not fun unless you win, too.
The team was fairly dominant out there.
You know what, Josh?
We didn't have to worry about it too much.
This team has been top 8 all year long.
Undefeated, by the way.
They
But as you were
had
saying.
4 or 5 weeks where they're number 1.
Yep.
And you sitting here with your little careful self talking about the expectation is to be Sweet 16. Yeah, Josh, no crap. It should be Sweet 16.
You know how hard it is to get to the Sweet 16? It's hard. I don't care where you're seated.
So Tennessee's going to play a 15 seed.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably play, 8, 9 if chalk holds up?
Well, second round, they would play either a 7 or a 10.
Okay, 7 or 10.
Under the assumption right now, Tennessee ends up with a number 2 seed.
If it was a 1 seed, it'd be 8 or 9.
Right.
2 seed, 7 or 10.
Mm-hmm.
You mean tell me Tennessee can't beat either 7 or 10? And they should be expected to beat a 7 or a 10?
I'm confident that they can, and I would pick them to do so. But here are some examples of 7 and 10 seeds as projected right now. Vanderbilt's a 10 seed in Jerry Palm's latest update from CBS Sports. Tennessee split in the regular season with Vandy. It's a tough game. 7 seed, Illinois. Now, Tennessee went there and won. Tough game. Illinois is good.
They were good until they played Duke.
Kansas is a projected 7 seed, right? Yeah. Don't pull up the Duke game.
They were good.
Not as good on that
I don't know
night, I'll tell you
anymore.
that. Yeah, it's now more up for debate.
Tennessee broke them. That's what happened.
Kansas is a 7. Now, they have not been a great team. They are more talented than a 7 seed. You run into that team on a good night, that's no good. So, again, I think Tennessee will get to the Sweet 16 without knowing the matchups. I would pick Tennessee without knowing the matchups. But I don't think it's going to be easy. I think what I'm saying is I think that would be a really good accomplishment.
But if you you just said that you would pick Tennessee without knowing the matchups. That means that you should have them in the Elite 8.
No, to get to the Sweet 16. So here are the 3 seeds. So you got to get by a 3 seed again based on projection to get to the Elite 8. Here are the 3 seeds they would have to face. St. John's, Iowa State, Texas Tech.
Tough teams.
That's no stroll in the park.
I didn't say it was. Tennessee's battle tested. You have National Defensive Player of the Year, Jamal Meshack.
Right.
First team All-Conference and Bob Cousy finalist in Zakai Ziegler.
That's correct.
You got Chaz Lanier, who will be an All-American, who is an NBA prospect.
Jerry West Award finalist.
So you got 3 dudes that will be recognized nationally. Yeah, I'm expecting them to get to the Elite 8. And they don't. It'll be a huge disappointment.
Okay,
and that's okay.
Can I throw a little qualifier here?
Sure.
So I laid out some of the 3 seeds. Right now, in Jerry Palm's projection, the 3 seed that would be in the Midwest with Tennessee is Wisconsin. Tennessee should be Wisconsin.
Correct.
So if I got to choose Wisconsin as Tennessee's opponent versus, let's say, St. John's or Texas Tech, that would affect my expectation level.
St. John's can't shoot, though. But sometimes neither can we. But
that would be a heck of a matchup.
That would be a bloodbath.
You have 2 great coaches.
St. John's.
You have 2 elite defenses. Tennessee ranks number 1. St. John's ranks number 3 in the nation defensively. Wisconsin I like, by the way. But Wisconsin, they've lost 3 out of 5. Lost to Penn State at home on Saturday. So
Tennessee could slip up in the
there's
Sweet 16.
There's a qualifier.
They could slip up.
Yeah.
They could slip up. Again, and this is what I said when I did mention the Elite Eight. You could have a bad shooting night and your butt going home. Anybody can do that. You play against a team that can shoot the basketball. As Auburn last year playing against Yale. It could happen to anybody.
Yeah.
But I just feel like Tennessee has been battle-tested playing in this conference this year, and the leadership that you have with Zakai and Meshack, and then you add Chastaneer's ability to shoot the basketball, and he's been through a lot of lessons with the physicality of this league. And if you do play at St. John's team, they're really physical, so you should be used to that. And who knows if the whistle's going to be the same as it's been in the SEC.
Right.
They let you play physical. I don't know if they're going to let you play like physical in the NCAA tournament. I hope they do, because we won't have any players, because we don't have that depth like we did last year. So
yep.
It's good that we're having this conversation. That means our team is good.
Yeah, it's a great question, Amy, and I appreciate it. By the way, the 7-10 matchup in Tennessee's projected region by Jerry Palm, and as you know, this is a fluid conversation, but the 7-10 in that region is Kansas, Indiana. Indiana's a charging team. Remember, they played in an exhibition.
Josh,
now, that feels like 2 seasons ago.
You're not going to do that. You're not going to have me thinking about Indiana and scared about Indiana. I don't care what happened.
I'm just offering a reminder of what it
season.
takes. Okay, you want to answer this one or skip on by? So I'll read this one first. This is RD in the text box. I used to tell my team, we're here to have fun. And then my second comment was, I'm going to tell you that winning is much more fun than losing. We are here to win.
That's right. That's right.
Sebastian asks, would Swain rather make it only to the Sweet 16 or go to the Final Four but lose to Alabama?
He goes to the Final Four.
Okay.
All day, man. The goal is to go as far as possible. So, give me going as far as possible.
Swain's expectation, Elite Eight for Tennessee basketball. My expectation, with the qualifier or two thrown in, Sweet 16. What do you think? 865-656-9900. We invite your opinions, thoughts, questions by phone or text. We'll get to them when we come back right here on Josh and Swain.
Be here today for No Huddle. 30 minutes of talking sports, only stopping to give you 30-second traffic updates. Be here at 5 for No Huddle, powered by Chattanooga Whiskey. Made in Chattanooga with double the roasted and toasted grains than anyone else. It's Tennessee's best sipping whiskey. No Huddle, today, 5 p.m. on 99.1. The Sports Animal.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Powell at 865-512-7542.
The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on the Sports Animal.
In the NFL, the Buffalo Bills have given MVP quarterback Josh Allen a 6-year, $330 million contract extension through the 2030 season. That includes $250 million guaranteed. That's the most guaranteed money ever given to an NFL player. It also makes Josh Allen tied for second in terms of highest average annual value at $55 million per year. The Pittsburgh Steelers traded for Seahawks wide receiver DK Metcalf on Sunday and then signed the wide receiver to a 5-year, $150 million contract extension. The former second-round pick is 27 years old and requested a trade on Wednesday as he was getting ready to enter the final year of a 3-year, $72 million contract he signed back in 2022. The Los Angeles Rams signed 6-time Pro Bowl wide receiver Davante Adams to a 2-year deal yesterday after the New York Jets released the former All-Pro last week. Adams had 67 catches for 854 yards and 7 touchdowns in 11 games for the Jets last season. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Hey, I want to tell you about Covenant Health Fitness Center. Covenant Health Fitness Center, Kingston Pike right off Pellissippi Parkway, is a wonderful health club with all the options available for you to help you with your fitness goals. When you sign up at Covenant Health Fitness Center, go through a fitness evaluation and help them or allow them to help you kind of map out what your goals are and how you can hit them based off your strengths and weaknesses. They're going to help you hit those goals at Covenant Health Fitness Center. They help you with more than 85 group fitness classes taking place each week, included in your membership. They help you by offering complimentary child care with a family membership. Comes in handy, parents. If you need help with child care to get a workout in, it's available at Covenant Health Fitness Center. They have a heated indoor pool available 12 months out of the year. They have the outdoor pool that will open during the summer. Tennis, pickleball, racquetball courts, a basketball court, and all the gym equipment you need. It's a wonderful 5-star club, Covenant Health Fitness Center. And when you sign up, it's month to month. No long-term contracts. Stop by Kingston Pike off Pellissippi Parkway. Tell them the Sports Animal sent you to Covenant Health Fitness Center.
This has been a paid announcement.
Guys, ever had a bad experience in the bedroom that totally threw you off? It messes with your head, your confidence, and suddenly it's all you can think about. Next thing you know, you're avoiding trying altogether because the fear of failure is just too much. That's where Men's Pro Knoxville comes in. They've been helping men overcome ED, whether it's mental, physical, or both. Their proven personalized treatments have some of the highest success rates out there. No awkwardness, no judgment, just real results that bring back your confidence and that connection. It's important to get your ED treated quickly so that it doesn't get harder to treat down the road. Men's Pro Knoxville has treatments that online pharmacies only dream about. So don't wait another night wondering if things could be different. Call Men's Pro Knoxville today at 865-544-8220 or visit menspronknoxville.com. Your consultation is discreet and could be the start of something incredible. 865-544-8220 or visit menspronknoxville.com. And let's make tonight unforgettable. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
LCUB Electric customers, you now have a new choice for fiber internet service. Ditch your global internet company and make the switch like I did. Eric Ainge here. LCUB Fiber Internet has 1 gig speed starting at $69.99 a month, including Wi-Fi, so it's fast. No contracts or hidden fees, no data limits or installation fees. All from the utility provider you know and trust, LCUB. Fast, reliable, affordable, and local. Check availability and sign up now at lcub.com.
A.G. Hines Company. For more than 100 years, since great-grandfather Albert Hines first opened the doors back in 1920, the best construction companies East Tennessee have used their building materials. But when it comes to your do-it-yourself projects, they're also the best first stop you can make thanks to their prices, selection of tools, and their experience. Visit their century-old business on Hines Street in downtown Knoxville. For 4 generations, they've been the area's most trusted supplier with building materials and tools. A.G. Hines Company. Building materials since anyone can remember.
Got a small business that no one's heard of except your grandma? Time for a boost. From Cumulus Boost, the affordable way to boost local search engine optimization and help manage reviews. Cumulus Boost helps local businesses improve their online presence so they're not buried by bigger companies and local searches. Get found, get on the map, and get a boost with Cumulus Boost at cumulusboost.com. That's C-U-M-U-L-U-S boost.com.
Looking for the sweetest deals in town? Look no further than 991thesportsanimal.com. Sweet deals are your chance to experience some of the finest restaurants and attractions East Tennessee has to offer, and these sweet deals are half off. So whether you're looking for pizza and sandwiches for lunch or a relaxing dinner with family and friends, Sweet Deals has it all. Visit 991thesportsanimal.com today and treat yourself to the sweetest deals in town. Sweet Deals, because everyone deserves a sweet deal.
This report is sponsored by Tennessee Oncology. Cutting-edge cancer care is coming to Morristown, Tennessee. Tennessee Oncology will open its new clinic location in Morristown in March 2025. For more information, call 888-317-3240. That's 888-317-3240.
The Southern Slider pull it out of town, bringing us lots of sunshine from northwest to southeast as we go through the day. We'll ramp things up to the middle 60s. Not too terribly cold later on tonight. Not as much pothole formation risk because of a freeze-thaw cycle this week. In fact, we'll be in the middle 70s with a higher pollen count. For the WVLT Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ben Cathy.
Bring a whole new meaning to your backyard barbecue with a new deck. Tennessee Home is your local trusted deck and fencing specialist. Call today for a free, no-pressure design appointment at 865-304-0955 or visit them online, tennesseehome.us.
Everything is more expensive than before, except for the Sports Animal, always free on the air and on the stream. 99.1, the Sports Animal.
This is Coach Josh Heupel. You're listening to Josh and Swain on 99.1, the Sports Animal.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us on this Monday afternoon. However you are tuning in on 99.1 The Sports Animal, on AM 640 The Sports Monster in the Tri-Cities area. We're on the Sports Animal YouTube channel. If you're listening on demand, we appreciate you. You can always check out Josh and Swain wherever you get your podcasts. Search Josh and Swain. You'll find us there. We'd love for you to subscribe. You can listen on demand thanks to Beatty Chevrolet. As we say hello to Jacob. Jacob, we appreciate you hanging on. Good afternoon. What's on your mind today?
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me on. First of all, my expectations for this team are Final Four. I mean, you're talking about a team that has spent 5 weeks at number one. You guys have went, over it already. Lanier is going to be named an All-American. You got the defensive player in Meshack, a Cousy Award finalist in Ziegler. And in Lanier and Ziegler, Tennessee's the only team in the country that has 2 top 15 Wooden Award watch list players. Only team that can say that. And if you look at that Ole Miss game, Vegas was giving Ole Miss 4 points before that game started. And Tyler Ivins pointed that out on the other show. And he got a lot of crap for it because, everybody just expected Tennessee to go down there and win. But if you look at Ole Miss, I mean, they've won 21 games now. They're in the tournament. The SEC's tough. But I'll ask you this. Who's Duke beat this year? In the powerhouse is the ACC. Who they beat? I mean, I know they've got Cooper Flagg, but, I mean, it's like a boxer who never faces anybody tough. How good is Cooper Flagg? Auburn beat him.
No,
No.
Duke beat Auburn.
Okay, well, early in the year. All I'm saying is I don't believe that Duke has been tested like your average SEC team. I think there are probably 5 or 6 teams in the SEC that could beat Duke on any given night. Yeah, have a good one.
Okay. Hey, Jacob, thanks. On any given night, yeah, I actually do agree with that. But on most nights, Duke's going to win. And I don't know if Duke's going to go to the Final Four. I don't know if Duke's going to win the national championship, but Duke's good. Is their schedule as tough as what Tennessee has played? No. I don't know anybody that's making that argument.
No.
But I know everybody's making the argument that Cooper Flagg is going to be the number 1 pick in the NBA draft and is at least one of the top 2 candidates for National Player of the Year. They're deep. They're talented. So I don't disagree with anything Jacob said in terms of what Tennessee's capable of doing. And, I mean, he just stated some facts in terms of where Tennessee is with individual accomplishments. But, I'm not throwing Duke into the conversation of, who I'm not buying. I think Duke's pretty darn good. Could they get knocked out before the Final Four? Of course, but that statement applies to everybody.
Yeah, anybody can get knocked out.
Yeah, that's what the sport is. When you're talking about a one-and-done, one loss and you're out tournament. That's how it works.
I'm cool with my man expecting a Final Four. Like, cool. I mean, you look at how Tennessee has played this season, who they've beaten. I mean, it's possible. But I understand, too, like, when you get to that Sweet 16 game to go to the Elite Eight, like, you're going to play a team that's just like you, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And so that could be a toss-up, which is why I'm not giving you too much crap for, your take. It's just, man, it's so tough, man. It's a one-game season after the conference tournament, and one shooting performance that is not ideal. You're going home. You can go home by one shot. One shot can send your butt home. So, we saw that Tennessee beating Alabama. We saw where Alabama beat Auburn. So I'm factoring in that.
Yeah. By the way,
equation.
When I give my expectation, like we're talking about Amy sent us a question earlier in the hour. What is your realistic expectation of what Tennessee should do in the tournament? Not what is the best case scenario or what can they accomplish. But when I say my realistic expectation is they get to at least the Sweet 16. That's not Zakai Ziegler's. That's not what Chaz Lanier and Jemai Meshack.
That's not Rick Barnes at all.
They're not sitting there saying, well, I think we can be a Sweet 16. So my vantage point is on the outside, projecting what I think is realistic to happen, an expectation level to set, because I'm confident that Tennessee is capable of going beyond that, going to the Elite Eight, competing for a Final Four spot. I won't be surprised in the least if Tennessee goes to the Final Four for some of the reasons that Jacob just laid out in terms of what Tennessee has and what they're capable of doing. But that's just how I view the expectation of what Tennessee should do. I think everybody's going to agree, hey, you don't win in the first weekend and you're out before the Sweet 16. That's a big disappointment.
You know how I said that College Game Day shouldn't have went to cover the Duke and North Carolina game? Well, it wound up being a really good game for the first 35, maybe 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I think Duke proved just how good they are. Like, they took North Carolina's best shot in a rivalry game on the road where Cooper Flagg was in foul trouble, had 3 in the first half. And, Rick sits guys with 2 in the first half. Duke and Shire, like, they don't subscribe to sitting a guy with 2 fouls. Like, they feel like you can play through it. And so they played Flagg with 2 fouls. He picked up his third. Then they set him. And, like, Duke wasn't playing their best ball. North Carolina was making shots from the outside, more shots than they typically do. And then Duke still beat it by double digits. Probably could have beat it by 20.
You saw Cooper Flagg's mom?
Yeah, I saw Mom.
On their head.
She ain't playing.
No, she wasn't.
Yeah, I love that. I love seeing Cooper Flagg's mom reaction more than I like seeing Mark Sears' mom reaction when he's shooting free throws.
Game winner for Sears, by the
way.
way.
I do love the fact that moms are excited in the stands.
Yep. Yeah, again, not to harp on him, but I'm not going at Duke here.
No, man. I've watched Duke.
You mentioned
plenty
the result.
times this
it was
year. They're good.
I guess it was 3 weeks ago. Neutral court, Illinois. They beat them by 43. Duke won by 43. 43.
We do this in football, right? Oh, they don't play a tough schedule, man. They're not that good.
Did it with Ohio State.
I was going there.
Yeah.
Ohio State, they don't play the schedule Tennessee plays. It don't matter. They are a team that if they did, they still would be good. Ohio State still would be good because they're playing a weak conference. Clemson, when they had their run, will still be good if they played in the SEC or any other conference. Just because sometimes you don't play in the toughest conference, you don't have the toughest competition, doesn't mean that when you do play one of those teams that face tough competition on a day in, week out basis, that they can't beat your butt.
Right.
Clemson did that to Alabama championship game. Ohio State did to several SEC teams this year in football. Duke is one of those basketball teams that they could win the whole deal. Like they're that good. They got the post presence. They got point guard play. They can shoot the basketball. And defensively, they're right there with Tennessee as far as being ranked in the top 5. And they're one of those teams that are top, I won't say top 20, maybe even better than that in offensive and defensive efficiency.
Yeah, they're good.
They're real good. Yeah, they're real good. I ain't messing with Duke. I ain't got nothing to say bad about Duke.
Yeah, there are a few teams, I believe this is the case. There are a few teams that would be favored against Tennessee neutral court, NCAA tournaments neutral court.
Mm-hmm.
Duke's one of them.
Duke's one of them.
Yeah, and that doesn't tell you what would happen. Tennessee could beat Duke.
They could beat Duke. We take them. We took Duke in the mud last time.
That's right. I remember.
Yeah, we took them in the mud now.
But Cooper Flagg was still in high school then.
Yeah, Cooper Flagg gonna be the number 1 draft pick, guys, for a reason.
So if you got to play Duke, bring him on. But if I'm Tennessee, if I'm anybody else, I'll wait as long as possible till I have to face Duke.
Is Mercer playing in the tournament this year? Can we get Mercer matched up? Because that helped us out last time. We was on pace to play Duke, but Mercer beat Duke.
That's
we
right.
beat Mercer, had the little dance in the guard.
In 2014?
Yeah, did the dance in the middle of the circle, kind of like Baker Mayfield when he did at Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
And then, we beat Mercer, but we didn't have to play Duke.
Yeah. Yeah, you won't see Mercer this year. They got bounced in the SoCon. So they're done.
They're not giving that off for Tennessee. Hey, we may not be in the same bracket as Duke. But if we are, hey, we'll play them in the Elite 8. Chance to go to the Final Four.
Hey, if Duke's lucky enough to be there, we'll come back 865-656-9900 to be a part of the show. Jason Swain's here. I'm Josh Ward. We continue the conversation on Josh and Swain.
According to the Oxford Dictionary, the definition of a habit is a settled or regular tendency or practice, especially one that is hard to give up. Fitness Together's team of certified trainers specializes in helping their clients create a habit of exercise and nutrition that they won't quit. My trainer, Austin, at the Bearden location, has certainly done that for me. I look forward to improving each and every session. Visit KnoxFT.com, schedule your free fit consultation today and get 3 free training sessions when you mention the Sports Animal. That's KnoxFT.com.
Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. We're doing it again. If it'll drive, it's worth $5,500. Slipping, dripping, skipping, rocking, knocking, even wrecked with a bad Carfax. It don't matter. Drive it on the lot, and Ted Russell Nissan will give you $5,500 toward the purchase of any new in-stock Nissan. And on top of that, a lifetime warranty on Kingston Pipe.
Some things just go together, like peanut butter and jelly, or a Casey's spicy chicken sandwich and a 49-cent medium pound drink, or Casey's breakfast sandwich and a 49-cent pound drink, or even Casey's limited time Italian deli sliders and a 49-cent pound drink. You get the idea. It's not crazy. It's Casey's. See store for details.
This is Pipe Wrench Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. How can I help you?
I'm having some issues with my drains.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What seems to be the problem?
It's making this kind of a sound.
No worries. We can help you with that. If your drains are making strange sounds or giving off foul odors, then you may have a blockage or issue with your sewer line. Pipe Wrench can get your pipes flowing again in no time with our $99 drain clearing special. And if we can't open your drain, the visit is free. You also get a free camera inspection of your sewer line to help us easily pinpoint the source of the clog and provide the best and most affordable solution. When we identify the problem, we provide the best option, ranging from drain cabling, hydrojetting, spot repair, or even new sewer line replacements if needed. Don't ignore signs of a clogged drain or sewer line before it turns into a costly problem. Call the plumbing experts at Pipe Wrench today at 865-264-8090 or book online at pipewrench.com.
Hey Knoxville, this is Chicago Mike from Chicago Hot Dog and Sausage Company, located at 4100 Asheville Highway in Knoxville. Guys, we got new hours coming up Tuesday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., Saturday, 11 to 6, and you guys wanted more hours, Sunday, 11:30 a.m. to 3. We will be open, and we're calling that cruise days. If you have a cool car, truck, Jeep, bike, anything, bring it by, pop the hood, eat some great food, make some new friends. Coming soon, pizza ovens are here. We're going to be doing Chicago thin crust pizzas. It's going to be amazing. Make sure you stop by and see us. Chicago Hot Dog and Sausage Company. Friends, we also have the new outdoor patio seating for 45 people. Come see us. We do offer DoorDash, tons of coupons. Get your order in today.
Sweet Deals are your chance to experience some of the finest restaurants and attractions East Tennessee has to offer at unbeatable prices. This Friday morning at 9, go to 991thesportsanimal.com and get a sweet deal to Chicago Hot Dog and Sausage Company and get $50 for only $25.
At Progressive, we're making things even easier. We'll help you bundle your home and car insurance together so you could save on both. Learn more at progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
Are you tired of battling the constant lack of energy day after day? What about what's going around that everyone's fighting? Hey, this is Karina. I'm an RN and I love to put the pep back in your step. It's time to visit Vital Hydration. Vital Hydration is the new way to feel better in no time. And we're now just off Level Road in West Knoxville to give you the energy you need in 1 hour. Visit us at 10932 Murdoch Drive or book your IV today at vitalhydrationknox.com. Vital Hydration will bring you back to where you want to be.
Bring a whole new meaning to your backyard barbecue with a new deck. Tennessee Home is your local trusted deck and fencing specialist. Call today for a free, no-pressure design appointment at 865-304-0955 or visit them online, tennesseehome.us.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. In the text box from Jordan, this is for you, Swain. What do you get when you cross a snowman and a vampire?
A problem.
Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want that. Apparently what you get is frostbite. Snowman and a vampire.
Okay, that's good.
So the answer would still remain. You want to avoid that.
Oh, yeah, I don't want frostbite.
Yep. Douglas, I'm not a Bama fan, but it was quite satisfying to see Mark Sears bury that buzzer beater to spoil Auburn's senior day.
Really? It was?
You didn't get satisfaction?
No. I was rooting for the War Tigers.
Did you see? I'm not trying to throw us into an eligibility conversation. I know that's a sensitive subject right now, but that Chad Baker-Mazara has another year? What's going on there?
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with him. Now, we'll be talking about him later. At least I know I will be.
It's quite a scene the other day. He's a wild card. He is a wild card. He got ejected early in the NCAA tournament game last year. Who does that, by the way?
You can't get it right.
But
Chad Baker Zorro is one of those dudes that you can't have in your circle when you go out to the club, because he's going to do something that's going to cause the whole group to have to fight. Seriously.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
Like, I think about my time on the Strip back in the day. Group of guys going into the club, having a good time. You know, you minding your business, you being respectful of dudes walking by, ladies walking by, whatever. You minding your business, you dancing, doing your little two-step, or you hugging the wall, whatever. You just avoiding confrontation. You just there for a good time. Not Chad. He's choosing violence. The first person that steps on his shoes, looks at him wrong, he's going to push him. Mm-hmm. And because he's fighting, now we all got to fight. And now we all in trouble. Why? Because Chad wasn't on chill mode. Well, no reason for what he did.
No, there should, in my opinion, I haven't seen anything.
He should be suspended.
Yeah, he should be suspended.
For the tournament.
I haven't seen if there's anything there.
Conference tournament.
For what he did, hitting
First
the
round.
Alabama player in the back of the head.
I mean, hey, if we beat whoever we play and we play Auburn, I mean, I think that'd be a good game for him to be suspended.
You'd pick that one?
Yep. Yeah, he can play. He can play the first game, but suspending him the second game. Didn't Nick Saban do that 1 year?
It might be the case.
The kid played the first game, but didn't play the second game. Somebody did that. I think that's what Bruce Pearl should do. Really send a message home to old Chad Baker. For those that don't know, he elbowed a opponent in the back of the head during the game and got ejected.
Wild card. Also in the text box to our question about NCAA tournament expectation. By the way, this is subject to change. 6 or 7 days from now, you actually know who's in the region. What are the matchups? That'll affect some thoughts, I'm sure.
Well, it should.
But one text says, I expect the Final Four, but we're built just like those Virginia teams under Tony Bennett that went home in the first or second rounds. I mean, in some ways, because of how good they are defensively, I think Tennessee probably profiles better offensively than some of those teams. You know what Virginia did one season, though? Won the national championship. So that's also a reminder of how difficult it is. Virginia was good enough to be a 1 seed and lose in the first round, first one to do it, and then the next year turn around and win the national title.
Yeah, I mean, that year Virginia won it. The referees missed a clear traveling call. And Auburn kind of got, hosed at the end. Either traveling or a double dribble. I think it was a double dribble. And so you got to have a little bit of luck on your side, too.
Yeah. Check what I said on the offensive rating. Virginia actually did rank, in terms of those 2 seasons when they were a number 1 seed, Virginia was better rated offensively. Let's see later on how they rate. A little worse.
That's good. That's good for us. But maybe times have changed, and I don't know if you can get away with that.
Got to be able to score to advance.
Simple as that.
Everybody recognizes that. Yeah, 2 years ago they ranked 85th. So they dropped off from those teams that were competing for and winning it all as number 1 seed.
Tennessee, top 25.
Yeah, Tennessee's number 22 offensively, and they've charged up there. They were in the mid to late 30s.
Yeah, it was.
So they've been better recently. Got to hit free throws. Everybody's recognizing that.
Zakai. We was messing with Zakai last night because he only had 1 point.
Those front ends.
That's how you know it was wacky, because Zakai's shooting at the best clip of his career at the free throw line. But it's senior day, man. Senior day, and 1 point. Oh, man.
He racked up the assists.
Oh,
he's there.
He was on pace for 30.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the game.
Yeah. So he is tracking well to become the career leader in assists at the University of Tennessee. He's already the steals leader. He hit that mark earlier this season, and he is well within reach of Johnny Darden's career assist record. He was.
Oh, he's gonna get that.
Yeah, he was 27 short of it going into the weekend, so 19 short with at least 2 games remaining, but better be more than that.
No,
if they get at least 4 games, he's going to get that number.
Oh, he'll get that.
All right, we'll come back. 1 hour to go, 865-656-9900. It was a special day, Senior Day. You'll hear Rick Barnes talking about the impact of those 4-year guys, along with a great senior class and what they've accomplished together this season. We'll get to Tennessee football, more of that coming up, an attaboy to hand out in the next hour. We're loaded up, and we continue to invite you to join us at 865-656-9900 on Josh and Swain.
Jim Rome takes on sports.
I've been doing this show for decades and decades and decades.
With rapid-fire takes.
Learn how to stop it, learn how to run it, or at least make a good argument. I don't even like the play. I've never fought so hard to defend something I don't like.
Scorching debates.
You can beef about anything you want. Why are you pushing me?
He's the Spitfire of sports smack.
Just so you all know, this is no one-off. This is what we're going to get every single day.
Let's go, Jim!
Let's go!
The Jim Rome Show podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Fellas, let's get you back to your best. First, the symptoms. If you're feeling tired, lacking motivation and drive, gaining weight, or noticing a loss of muscle mass, these are symptoms we need to pay attention to. This means you may have some low testosterone. The next step is getting it checked. You can do that at Low T Center. Because of their on-site lab, you'll get your results back right there. Low T Center is not your typical doctor's office. Their health providers specialize in treating low T with personalized testosterone placement therapy, or TRT. This is done for each patient. They have over a decade of experience helping patients. And super important, their personal treatment plans are optimized for each patient. They're not standard basic dosage treatment. You can also get your health evaluated for treatment with prescription GLP-1 weight loss medications. Go to the website, lowtcenter.com, to book your appointment online today. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center. Reinventing men's healthcare.
This has been a paid announcement.
Here's a spring cleaning hack to make your life a lot easier. Schedule an appointment with Zero Res Carpet and Air Duct Cleaning. Their ZR water cleans better than detergents while leaving zero residue behind. And for this month only, take advantage of their spring sale and mention me, Tyler Ivins from the Sports Animal, to get 3 rooms of carpet clean for $109. Plus, you're going to get a free hallway as well. That's 3 rooms of carpet plus a hallway for $109. Book online, ZeroResKnoxville.com. All they leave is clean.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
It should be easy to find a local plumber, right? Plumber near me.
Hey there, we can help you.
Weird. These are all big companies.
Excuse me, we're a plumbing company 2 miles away. Hello?
Well, it is what it is. Guess I'll dial that 1-800 number.
Can she seriously not see us?
No, they can't see you because you're buried deep in the list of local plumbers. You're invisible online. Introducing Cumulus Boost. Get a boost. Get found. Get on the map. Learn more at cumulusboost.com.
You're either in or you're out. And some things need to be kept in. And some things need to be kept out.
Whether it's for safety, curb appeal, or privacy, Cantrell Fence Company separates the in from the out. Aluminum, wood, vinyl, or chain link, we can meet your needs. Let us help you keep what's important in and the rest out. Get your instant estimate today at CantrellFence.com.
Warm weather's here, and it's time to get outside and enjoy the privacy and the comforts of your own backyard, but you don't have a privacy fence. Or perhaps you need to upgrade your fence, as I just recently did with Tennessee Home. When contacting Tennessee Home, you're looking for somebody who is a licensed contractor
who has one of the most experienced teams that East Tennessee has to offer. Over 100 yards for me and the new pup, Howie, and I've been satisfied since the final post went in the ground. 865-304-0955. That's 865-304-0955. We're online at TennesseeHome.us.
From the Budweiser Studios, this is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville. Streaming worldwide at 99.1thesportsanimal.com and on the Sports Animal app. We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Andrew Perloff with a Sports Minute. The Lakers hit a speed bump on their way back to being title contenders this weekend. LeBron James will miss 1 to 2 weeks with a groin injury. The way LeBron is playing, it's easy to forget he's 40. But that's a risk with late career LeBron. Hopefully, just a blip. With Luka in the fold, the Lakers are an intriguing team that could possibly contend in the West. Do they have enough to beat the Thunder? That's not even a conversation unless LeBron is 100%. I'm Andrew Perloff.
Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm at the movies, asking people if they'll switch seats with me for $574.
Here, take mine.
So what about $574 if you switch your home insurance to Allstate?
Too much work.
Not if you call them. They handle the switching.
Now, that's a plot twist.
Shh. Check Allstate first, and you could save hundreds on quality home insurance today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings. Savings vary.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Start at Indeed.com/credit. Once again, that's Indeed.com/credit.
Shopping for a mortgage? Don't sign a thing till you call for a free quote from Fountain City Finance. 687-8200.
Back for the start of hour number 3 here on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. 865-656-9900. Jason Swain is here, VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver. I'm Josh Ward. Appreciate all the interaction today. You can call or text at the same number, 865-656-9900. All different opinions on what Tennessee either should accomplish, will accomplish with the NCAA tournament, which is the beauty of this part of the year. The goals are high for everybody, but it's a stressful place to be, the NCAA tournament. But you'd rather be in the stressful spot of one of the top seeds than, hey, we're going to get in. You don't want the bubble stress. Tennessee's avoided that quite well. Now 78 straight weeks being ranked, I believe, is where the number is. The numbers on what these seniors have accomplished, 60-5 at home for Zakai Ziegler and Jemai Mashak, remarkable. They've tied the 4-year record with 104 wins. They'll break that almost surely. Right, they're tied with Wayne Chisholm and Quinn Cannon. But 104 career wins for Jemai Mashak and Zakai Ziegler. All the top 10 wins they've had. Just remarkable run that concluded with a win at home on Saturday against South Carolina.
You just don't get that with pro sports. You know, being able to watch Zakai Mashak come in as young whippersnappers, watch them grow as players, as young men, and then the impact that they had on this community and continue to have on this community, and will have even after their playing days. Like, you just don't get that with pro sports. It's really remarkable, man. Just kind of sit back and watch those two dudes interact with their coach, interact with the fans. Mashak addressing the entire arena after the game. You know, Mashak being honored by Chancellor Plowman. Like, guys like that just don't come around often. They're special. So, again, I'll reiterate what I just said. Like, you just don't see this as pro sports.
Yeah, Jemai Meshack was honored with the Torchbearer Award. To be a torchbearer is the highest honor the university gives to a student.
That's pretty dang good, man. That's pretty dang good. That's special right there. So, I know there's going to be a lot of teams that's disappointed here in a couple days. There's only one team that won't be. That's going to be the team that wins the national championship, and hopefully that's us. And whatever happens, I'm going to keep things in perspective and remember the conversation that we're just having about Jemai Meshack, Zakai, what they've been able to do here, the wins that they've had, impact they've had in the community impacting them. I mean, you're talking about two dudes from the opposite end of the country.
Yep.
Meshack from Cali, Zakai from New York, meeting in Knoxville, playing together, and creating something so great together. I mean, it's you just don't get that pro sports.
Yep. I mean, essentially because we see one honor, but they could go back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year last year and this year. We can keep going on what they've done. This is what Rick Barnes said after the game on Saturday, after the Senior Day festivities, after beating South Carolina to close out the regular season. Rick Barnes reflecting on Jemai Meshack and Zakai Ziegler in 4 years at Tennessee.
You know, it's emotional. You know, it's an emotional time for those guys. I mean, when you have poured every fiber of your being into this program the way Zakai and Jemai have done that, and then you think about Jordan the last 2 years coming in and these other days with modern day transfer portal and coming in a year and buying in the way this group did is special. But it is tough because, you know, you want them to have their best day ever. You hope it's like that, but it really pales on the court to what they have done for this program since they've been here, both Jemai and Zakai especially. I mean, yesterday, Jemai Meshack won the Torchbearer Award, which was a great thing when Chancellor Plowman came over and had a great celebration in the locker room before the game. As you know, that's the highest award a student can get here. And it started talking about all the things he has done off the court, along with, you know, Zakai. Those guys they came in and, you know, I think Jemai said it yesterday, but Zakai would have said the same thing. Their biggest thing was they wanted to come here and make their family proud. They wanted to make Ball Nation proud, and they did that. And watching how far they have both come, it is emotional. And again, because I know how hard I've been on both of them from a coaching standpoint, but I think they understand it's out of my love and respect for them, and knowing that what they're going after is a hard thing to get to. But our goal was to make sure that when it's all said and done here, they know how much we cared about them, loved them, and that they know that we didn't leave anything in our tank, that we wanted to pour it all out to them. And those two guys, certainly over 4 years, have lived up to our motto, it's not about me. Enom, it's not about me, as well as any two players that have ever come through the program.
So that was Rick Barnes talking about Jemai Meshack and Zakai Ziegler on Saturday, and I know that Tennessee fans are proud of what they've done, and that doesn't mean fans don't get emotional and upset after losses. Doesn't mean players don't get upset or unhappy. As Rick Barnes talked about, there are probably times that players might have left the practice court or the facility that day not too happy with Rick Barnes. That's how it goes.
That's normal.
But zoom out, and it's a great relationship on both sides, and those are two all-timers in what they did and what they accomplished together, and they hope to accomplish more. There is still that lingering question of the fifth year of eligibility, too. I don't know what to say about that because nobody seems to know what's going to happen if there could be a fifth year of eligibility. They were on it on Saturday as if that's it for them in 4 years. So either way, we'll find out about the 5-year eligibility change. That is the discussion of going to 5 years to play 5. So instead of having 5 years to play 4 with a redshirt opportunity, you just get to play 5 years of your respective sport. But under the assumption that they are moving on with tremendous accomplishments on the court and a tremendous difference that they've made off the court. We were talking to Chris Brown out at Harper Volkswagen a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about the great experience of Zakai coming out and how I think his time was up in terms of what he had committed to being there, but he knew fans were still there. So he went back and also hopped on our show, which we really appreciate. But he could have gone back over to campus. Like, okay, I did what I said I was going to do. Zakai did what he thought was important to do. And there are a bunch of examples of that. And then what Jemiah's done, again, he's honored as well as you can be with the torchbearer.
Man, let me give some love to Jordan Gainey.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's easy to talk about Meshack and Zakai because these guys came in as freshmen. So they spent more time here. But Jordan Gainey, when you think about when he transferred from, South Carolina upstate? And I know my reaction was like, where? Who? Huh? Coach's son? Is he good? So, like, he's had to answer that question every day being on campus. Every day. By, I'm sure, some fans, but even teammates, I'm sure, kind of gave him grief about his dad being on the staff. And but all he did was work and work and work. And we've seen the improvements that he has made. He's probably the most improved player in 2 years than anybody else in the program. I mean, we're talking about a guy that when Zakai went out has taken over basketball games.
One of my big concerns at the start of the season was, okay, if Zakai's unavailable, if he's in foul trouble, if he's hurt, who do you go to? And Jordan became an obvious answer.
Yeah, man.
Where Tennessee could be confident. Yeah, he's a great story of development.
Yeah, for sure. So, man,
and also being willing to play that role, because it would be easy for Jordan to think, okay, I'm a senior, I'm improving, my game is taking a step, I should be a starter. He's played that role off the bench perfectly.
Hey, man, you know that NC State job open. You know who played at NC State, don't you?
Justin Gainey is an all-timer.
Assistant head coach at Tennessee basketball. Played point guard at NC State.
Yep. He's a big-time player there.
So, NC State, what y'all going to do? Y'all going to come after one of your own? I mean, they've done that time or two where they've hired one of their own players. Hasn't necessarily worked. Are they going to do it again? And what does that mean for Tennessee? What does that mean for the Gainey family who've been so awesome here in the Knoxville community? Something to monitor.
Yeah, let's see, because Justin Gainey is a future head coach, no doubt.
100%. 100%. But he's had the luxury of being patient and waiting for the right opportunity because, you know, he works for a head coach in Rick Barnes that allows him to basically job interview every time he talks to the media. I mean, there's coaches that don't let their assistants talk. Well, Rick allows his assistants to talk to give them an opportunity to show that they can be head coaches. We've seen guys that Rick Barnes have had here want to be head coaches where they had opportunity to address the media and talk about the game plans and talk about their philosophy. So he is a head coach. Just when is that opportunity going to come for him, and which one is he going to jump on?
Chaz Lanier's dad, too, by the way. He was all fired up on the court. I love seeing stuff like that. He was excited, and I think Chaz said, I'm paraphrasing, but my dad loves Tennessee as much or more than me. He was all excited to be out there in the court.
Yo, I didn't know Meshack dad was that tall.
He's tall.
Brother tall.
Big fella.
He big. If I'm Meshack, I'm like, man, I could have used those 3 extra inches that dad got.
He's like 6'4", okay? I'm over here.
Josh, I'm sorry, man. I'm being insensitive.
You are, yeah.
I'm bad.
Right in my face.
I'm sorry. I know 6'4" is like Andre the Giant to you, but Dad got to be like 6'7".
His dad's tall.
And if Meshack was 6'7", we're having a whole nother conversation.
He's like Scottie Pippen as a defender.
Yeah, man. But I did notice that too. Yo, Dad real tall.
Maybe God decided for the sake of the game of basketball, because fans care so much about offense, he couldn't make Jemiah Meshack 6'7". You just couldn't play offense if Jemiah's on the other side at 6'7". 6'4", you have a shot. It's just a bad one.
Yeah. But special, man. End of the season, it's probably easier to do it in basketball because there's less guys. Football, man, there's so many seniors, and you run them out before the game. But, like, this time of the year, and it's really for every sport, like, when you're recognizing the seniors, man, it's a really special and emotional time when you have dudes like Meshack, Ziegler, football we've had, the Josh Dobbs of the world, the Hendon Hookers of the world, that their impact was undeniable, and you're going to miss them. That's why, again, college sports is special in a place like Tennessee, especially when you have passionate fans that understand the players' importance. Like, imagine going to a place where the fans don't show up and it's senior day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you get those weak claps in the stands, not a lot of cheers. I mean, that would stink, man. But when you play at a place like Tennessee, you're going to feel that love from the fan base, especially if you play the game the right way and carry yourself the right way.
Yep. Speaking of the Torchbearer honor, Dobbs received that. Trey Smith received that. People have made a special impact. Meshack will have a chance to do that well into the future. He's certainly done that over the last 4 years at the University of Tennessee and with that connection here in East Tennessee. We'll continue the conversation, 865-656-9900 with 45 minutes to go. More spring football talk to get to, reaction to the weekend, all of that right here on Josh and Swain.
No Huddle, 30 minutes of talking sports, only stopping to give you 30-second traffic updates. Be here at 5 for No Huddle, powered by Chattanooga Whiskey. Made in Chattanooga with double the roasted and toasted grains than anyone else. It's Tennessee's best sipping whiskey. No Huddle, today, 5 p.m. on 99.1. The Sports Animal.
You already know that Miller Brothers Auto Repair offers services from transmissions and engines to oil change and routine maintenance. What you may not know is Miller Brothers Collision Center can handle all your collision repair needs. Our certified technicians will make your damaged car look brand new. We accept all insurance. If bend it, we can mend it. Miller Brothers is located on Tazewell Pike right here in Knoxville, and we're proud supporters of the Tennessee Vols. Call us at 689-5072. That's 689-5072.
William is one of millions of Americans who uses GoodRx to save on the cost of their prescriptions.
My oldest daughter, Camilla, 2 days old, she had to have open heart surgery. All of a sudden, she's on 5 different medications. It adds up at the end of the month. Me and the pharmacist got so tight. She said, GoodRx save you a lot of money. Saving that extra $200-300 a month. We're able to do all these extra activities, so it puts less stress on our household, and it puts less stress on our pockets.
Download the free app or visit GoodRx.com and start saving today. GoodRx user compensated for their time. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance.
Mornings can start feeling the same. Wake up, brush teeth, go to work. But with breakfast from Wendy's, it's like, wake up, brush teeth, Baconate with a breakfast Baconator. Roll with the sausage breakfast burrito. Buddy it up with the Honey Buddy. Or get seasoned with seasoned potatoes. And then go to work. Sorry. When you're ready for a fresh wake-up call, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
It's Junk Be Gone's 20th anniversary, and this March enjoy $100 off any demolition project, including decks, garages, sheds, mobile homes, gazebos, and more. Locally owned and operated by Mike and Tracy Such, Junk Be Gone has proudly been the #1 junk removal company for the past 2 decades. Give them a buzz today and book a free estimate. If you're a do-it-yourselfer, rent a 15-yard driveway dumpster, the perfect size for remodeling, roofing, or just cleaning out the garage. Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for the past 20 years.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit getethos.com. That's getethos.com. Sample Rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Is your dripping faucet driving you crazy? Is your toilet running a marathon after every flush? Then call the local plumbing experts at Pipe Wrench Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling today. We offer same-day service guaranteed for all your plumbing repair needs. And we've been voted best plumbing company in Knoxville 7 years in a row. All plumbing systems and fixtures eventually deteriorate over time, leading to a host of problems. And with changing seasons, you may be experiencing plumbing issues, such as leaking pipes, water heater failure, clogged drains or toilets, and even sewer line backups. If you need immediate plumbing repair services, including emergencies or after-hours assistance, the expert plumbers at Pipe Wrench can help. No matter what the problem is, call us to schedule an appointment for a complete assessment so we can identify the issue, provide the best long-term solution, and quickly fix your plumbing, drain, or sewer system. We also offer free on-site estimates on replacements, plus free second opinions on repairs. Call Pipe Wrench at 865-264-8090 or book online at pipewrench.com to schedule your appointment today.
Is your backyard ready for blooming flowers, sunny afternoons, and family gatherings? Well, Tennessee Deck and Fence can help. We're your local experts in fencing and decks, offering beautiful designs and top quality materials to enhance your home's security and style. And the best part? Our approach is no pressure. We'll work with you to create a dream outdoor space that fits your needs as well as your budget. Don't wait to embrace the beauty of spring. Call Tennessee Deck and Fence today, 865-304-0955, or visit TennesseeDeckandFence.com to schedule your free consultation.
They say the best things in life are free. Streaming 99.1 The Sports Animal proves it. Always on, always free.
Fair, honest sports conversation from two guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
We're back on Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Join us, call or text at 865-656-9900. Some reminders, 7 o'clock tonight, the SEC Network. Chris Lofton, Volunteer for Life, will be must-see. I would say beyond Tennessee fans, but Tennessee fans are going to want to see that. SEC Network, 7 o'clock, Volunteer for Life, with a feature on Chris Lofton, the basketball player, the person, everything he overcame in his fight against cancer as a player at Tennessee. So 7 o'clock tonight. Also, go to ESPN.com, and if you go to the men's college basketball section, you will see the story Chris Lowe wrote about Chris Lofton today. ESPN.com to read that.
Can I tell you something about the documentary?
Would love you to.
If there was ever a player responsible for packing out Thompson Bowling Arena, it would be Chris Lofton. Did you know that?
I did know that because
have you heard that before?
The very first voice featured on the initial trailer was the Jason Swain.
Hey, you should have saw my kids look at me when I was watching ESPN and it came on. They looked at me like, somebody sounds like you, Daddy. It was hilarious. But, man, it was, dude, I'm so happy for Chris Lofton. He won't talk about himself. He won't bring attention to himself. Doing media, that's something that, he's grown at. He's gotten better at, more comfortable. He's so humble. He's so humble. And people will get a chance to see that, and you'll get a chance to understand where it comes from and why he is the way it is. Wait till you see and hear from his parents. Like, you'll understand. And I'm looking forward to everyone watching it and the reaction from it. And Chris Lofton is ours. It's one of Tennessee's most prized possessions, most prized treasures.
The shot over Durant is also featured in there.
It's unreal. Hearing Dane kind of talk about it and
Yeah.
Bruce, Juwan Smith talk about that shot. It gives you chills.
Yeah, and Lofton said, goes in, we know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
If it misses, that is an awful shot.
If it misses, still a good shot. It's one of the best shooters ever. But, yeah, it was.
He didn't miss, and there's a reason
far.
he didn't miss.
Yeah, it was far. But sometimes with Chris, if he shoots it too close, he misses it. He needs to be a couple steps beyond the three-point line. That's where he feels the most comfortable. That was him, man. And what's crazy is like his shot was considered to be a little unorthodox to some, but at the end of the day, it don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Go in or not? Is it consistent or not? And folks probably said the same thing about Chazanier at some point too, but that thing goes in, and every time he shoots it, that's what you think it's going to do.
Yeah, to me, the big problem with unorthodox shot or throwing delivery is, for the sake, unorthodox shot. Is it going in? If it's not, then we need to have a conversation and fix something there.
That's all.
It's going in a lot. Well, how can we keep it going?
That's all that matters.
That's the conversation I would have.
Yeah.
His went in a lot.
Can it go in? Can you get it off quick?
Yep.
I mean, and Chris was able to do that.
Yep. So 7 o'clock tonight, the SEC Network. Set the DVR, the recording, whatever the case might be. 7 o'clock tonight, SEC Network, Volunteer for Life on Chris Lofton.
Zakai Ziegler, he up next.
There's documentary in the works on him, right?
Yeah, he's up next. Time to tell his story. You know what's going to be weird? You know, Zakai has done enough to probably get his jersey retired.
I've wondered.
I know you, dude. I know you have thought about it.
Yeah.
He has done enough probably to get his jersey retired. But the number's already retired.
Can you have 5 up there twice? I mean, why not? They both wore it for 4 years.
I think you can. I mean, if he passes the criteria, I think you have a 5 Ziegler and a 5 Lofton.
The number's being retired either way.
Yeah,
it's more about honoring the player.
Exactly.
The number goes up, but it's the name attached to it. Chris Lofton is up there.
Correct.
With his number.
Yeah. Like, the fact that your name is up there, like that's bigger than the number. I mean, I've thought about it, but I think Zakai will have to be SEC Player of the Year.
Yeah, let's see what his All-America status is officially, because Field of 68 is not an official All-American. They didn't put him on theirs, but that's a media outlet.
But I think it is like a award.
Mm-hmm.
Like Zakai got national SEC Defense Player of the Year.
Right.
If he gets. I mean, he's done it once. You don't do it in the same year, right? If you did it once during your career, but then you go and you're an All-American at a different point of your career, does it all count? Or does it have to all be in the same year?
No, you can
same
spread
season?
it. Yeah.
So, I mean, if he's All-American, which he should be, whew.
Yeah, because we've again, this is individual media picks, but have put him in the top 3 or 4 for National Player of the Year, which would give him a great chance in a vote in the end to still be a first-team All-American. We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah.
But, no, I've thought about that possibility.
Yeah. Something to think about.
I want a Swain documentary. Pull out some VHS tapes.
That'd be boring. That would be really boring.
We already have the song for the trailer and all that stuff.
What song? Rocky Top?
Well, we could work that in.
What song are you talking about?
Nelly? I Am Number 1?
Oh, man.
And Swain comes walking in out of the shadows.
No, we don't need any documentaries on.
Spinning a football in one hand, basketball in the other.
I haven't done enough. But I'm looking forward to that Zakai one, though. That's gonna be good.
Yep.
Whenever that comes out.
Yeah,
now,
talk about stories.
It's
remarkable.
You know, it took a while for the Lofton doc to come out. I think we recorded that thing like 2 years ago. So I'm not looking forward to the Zakai doc anytime soon. But that's good. It gives you enough time to make sure you get enough information, talk to enough people to make sure it's the best possible. But I am looking forward to it.
7 o'clock tonight, Chris Lofton on the SEC Network, Volunteer for Life. 30 minutes to go, and attaboy to hand out in our next segment. Tennessee football still to cover. We have 30 minutes to go right here on Josh and Swain.
Your station for the Tennessee Volunteers. 99.1, the Sports Animal.
Honey, we need a new roof.
Go to moshingles.com and get a quote in 60 seconds.
Are they any good?
Yeah, they're a top-rated roofing company in East Tennessee and A+ rated with the BBB.
Free instant quotes at moshingles.com.
The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on the Sports Animal.
In the NFL, the Buffalo Bills have given MVP quarterback Josh Allen a 6-year, $330 million contract extension through the 2030 season. That includes $250 million guaranteed. That's the most guaranteed money ever given to an NFL player. It also makes Josh Allen tied for second in terms of highest average annual value at $55 million per year. The Pittsburgh Steelers traded for Seahawks wide receiver DK Metcalf on Sunday and then signed the wide receiver to a 5-year, $150 million contract extension. The former second-round pick is 27 years old and requested a trade on Wednesday as he was getting ready to enter the final year of a 3-year, $72 million contract he signed back in 2022. The Los Angeles Rams signed 6-time Pro Bowl wide receiver Davante Adams to a 2-year deal yesterday after the New York Jets released the former All-Pro last week. Adams had 67 catches for 854 yards and 7 touchdowns in 11 games for the Jets last season. I'm Joel Silverberg.
They say that good fences make good neighbors, and when it comes to your privacy, Loudoun County Fence is the fencing company East Tennesseans have trusted for over 50 years. Your fence should be durable and stylish. Visit their website at lcfence.com and view all of their great options, from wood privacy to ornamental aluminum fencing. Loudoun County Fence is a family-owned and operated company with over 50 years of experience installing quality fencing in and around Knoxville. They're fully licensed and insured, and their workmanship is guaranteed. For your free estimate, visit lcfence.com.
You are losing money if you do not add a deck before you sell your home. That's why you need to call James Anthony, 304-0955. You can also see what you can do online. That's at TennesseeHome.us. We're talking 20 years of experience and not just squares and rectangles. If you're looking for somebody who can bring customization to your home, call James Anthony at Tennessee Home, 304-0955, 304-0955, or TennesseeHome.us.
Bull riding, the perfect fusion of strength, skill, and pure willpower. Professional bull riders aren't just athletes, they're daredevils with cowboy souls. Come experience the true modern West, where 8 seconds of glory will create a lifetime of memories. It's the PBR Knoxville at Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center, March 15th. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com and PBR.com. Hold on tight. The ride of your life is about to begin. Good old East Tennessee, we know family, hard work, and helping your neighbors still means a lot. I'm Nick Whitehead with Whitehead Auto Sales in Alcoa and Knoxville. Our family-owned and operated business is celebrating our 20-year anniversary. Our pillars are those 3 items: family, hard work, and helping your neighbor. Experience the difference of why we've been voted #1 in Blount County for years now, and why we've expanded to Chapman Highway to help even more. Visit WhiteheadAutoSales.com or come shake our hands for a deal you can't find anywhere else. 20 years from our family to yours at Whitehead Auto Sales.
You already know that Miller Brothers Auto Repair offers services from transmissions and engines to oil change and routine maintenance. What you may not know is Miller Brothers Collision Center can handle all your collision repair needs. Our certified technicians will make your damaged car look brand new. We accept all insurance. If you bend it, we can mend it. Miller Brothers is located on Tazewell Pike right here in Knoxville, and we're proud supporters of the Tennessee Vols. Call us at 689-5072. That's 689-5072.
I remember when I was a little boy and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today, or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store, well, we'll even tuck you in.
You run a great local business.
Unfortunately, it's buried on page 15 when people search for your service online. Thankfully, there's Cumulus Boost. Cumulus Boost helps your business increase your online presence. Don't get overshadowed by large corporations when your neighbors need your business the most. You work too hard to go unnoticed. Get a boost with Cumulus Boost today at cumulusboost.com. That's CUMULUS Boost.com.
This report is sponsored by Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Every day in Tennessee brings something new that can catch us by surprise, like a rainy day fender bender. Farm Bureau Insurance is there to make sure the important things like auto, home, life, and small business are well protected. Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Tennessee Insurance for Tennessee Life.
Finally scouring out those clouds as we head to the end of the day. We'll be into the middle 60s. Not too terribly cold for most of the mornings this week. In fact, we're off to the races with the warmest temperatures of the year by the time we hit Friday. Most of the rest of the week spent in the lower to middle 70s with low chance of rain and higher fire risk. For the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ben Cathy.
Johnson, I've been hearing about this internet thing. Anything to it?
Yeah, boss. We had Cumulus Digital design and run our website.
Will an internet help our sales?
Already has. Plus, Cumulus Digital helps us rank high on search engines.
Whoa, one thing at a time, Johnson.
CumulusDigital.com.
Thanks for being with us on Josh and Swain on this Monday afternoon. SEC tournament action will begin here in a couple of days. Tennessee will play on Friday as the 4th seed in the SEC tournament. Poll updates for you. Tennessee number 8 in the Associated Press, number 6 in the coaches' polls, number 5 according to the net ranking, number 5 according to KenPom, and right now a projected number 2 seed in the NCAA tournament. So Selection Sunday coming up on Sunday, 6 days from now, a week from now. We'll be out at Dick's House of Sport with the show, and we'll know Tennessee's draw in the NCAA tournament. What a beautiful time. It also includes spring football time. You got to see a little bit of it earlier today, Swain, over there on the practice field.
It was chilly this morning, bouncing around on the practice field. But
you got a nice Tennessee hoodie on, though.
No, absolutely. I feel like I needed a little bit more, though. I feel like I needed to put a jacket on over the top of it. But it was chilly out there this morning. But for the players, I mean, they were fine because they were running around. But again, they were in sweats and they're not in full pads, but they were bouncing around. Good to see some new faces, trying to learn some of the new faces with the freshmen, guys that are here as early enrollees. Dave Sanders looks like one of the guys you want to put at the front of the bus. He gets off first. Like he looks good, and so he's not going to come in and just start day one. He's going to have to earn it. But I fully anticipate him being one of the key dudes on the offensive line. But just looking at him, he looks the part, and I know that
he's an off-the-bus first-teamer for Tennessee.
For sure. And we're going to hear a lot from the freshmen. Media availability, I want to say, already took place. And so we'll get a chance to hear from some of those young guys. And I like hearing the young players. Man, go ahead, throw them in the fire, let them get in front of the media and get started, man. It's part of their brand.
Yeah, 5 freshmen met with the media earlier today along with defense coordinator Tim Banks. Like that. Sanders was one of them. Travis Smith, wide receiver, you said.
Yeah.
Showed what people like about him in terms of his talent. He's a highly touted 4-star wide receiver out of Atlanta.
Yeah, he stood out to me today. But you never know sometimes because, I mean, there's a lot of guys kind of working off to the side. Of course, McCoy's out. So sometimes you just never know, like, all right, how good was the rep at receiver based on who he just went up against. So, but second day, I want to see what happens when those pads get popping. Who stands out then?
Yeah, Morris, the freshman running back, we'll see how much he can factor in, but have, again, heard good things about him. And then defensive linemen Ethan Utley and Isaiah Campbell. Campbell, by one of the sites, got bumped up to a 5-star at least. in that final rankings update. So a good class of freshmen, talented players, and I like that they're having them meet with the media right away.
Yeah, man, don't.
That's good. They're
Don't
going to have to talk
shield
to
them.
Yeah, media's not going to hurt them.
Yeah, don't shield them, especially at first. Like if they come out and say something silly, then all right, we gonna have to reduce your time talking to the media.
Because you're
going to embarrass everybody.
run.
Yeah, you're going to embarrass everybody. So, but first one, yeah, man, get them out there, see who's comfortable, who's not. Let them, build their brand.
This is an interesting thought. We'll hand out our attaboy after this. But Shannon, with the text, we were talking about the Jason Swain documentary. I Am Number One by Nelly would be the song that I thought of. Shannon was thinking that I was going to hit you with Sweet Home Alabama as the song. We actually could go that route. You start the song up, and then DJ cut the track. It cuts off. Swain busts through with his Tennessee jersey on. Then Rocky Top plays.
If the directors and producers came to me and said, hey, we'll do this documentary with you, but the only way we'll do it is we got to play Sweet Home Alabama during it, I would say no deal. No documentary then. No Sweet Home Alabama. Can't do it, Josh. You know how many times I heard that song growing up?
I'd imagine a lot.
Too many. Too many is the answer.
Top 5 favorite movie?
My top 5 favorite movie?
Right.
You trying to get me to say Forrest Gump?
No, I didn't know Sweet Home Alabama. The movie Sweet Home Alabama.
That's a movie? That's even worse. I made a movie about it?
Yeah, Reese Witherspoon.
Oh, yeah.
I believe that's right. I've not actually seen it all the way front to back, so I'm not going to give you any grief on
I
that
haven't
one.
seen it or didn't know anything about it because when I saw the title, it was turned off.
Right. Let's see what the people say. 78%
one
by
tomato.
the popcorn meter. Tomato meter though says 38.
Yeah,
I think that's
more
low,
accurate.
but the people like it. People like it.
Yeah, I wish I had an extra hand so I can give it 3 thumbs down. I haven't even watched it. The
Jason
title
Swain,
was terrible.
he played the game like he had 3 hands out there, caught all those footballs that came his way at the University of Tennessee. Before we close out this segment, let's hand out today's attaboy.
I just wanted to come by and congratulate you on the great work you've been doing.
I like your style. You remind me of a young me.
Failure is not an option.
That boy is good.
Homes remind yourself, nobody built like you. You design yourself.
Attaboy. So we hand out attaboys and attagirls every day thanks to Native Design. Great local team. They have been around for 20 years and counting. Native Design transforming outdoor spaces into breathtaking retreats. What's better than one title? 2 titles. Jason Swain for Webb's boys and girls basketball teams this past weekend.
Yeah, man. When's the last time you've seen that? You don't see that a lot. So the Webb boys got a chance to win a championship over there in Cookeville at Tennessee Tech. The girls did the same thing on Saturday. And so attaboy and attagirls to both boys and girls basketball teams who both win the state.
That's pretty cool. You get to celebrate together. Both teams coming over and saying congratulations to the other side. That's a pretty big deal.
Absolutely, man. When it's basketball season, football season, or any of those seasons, and you have multiple teams from East Tennessee go on and win a state championship, and it's always good to recognize them here on the program. I know we talk mainly pro and college. There's high school discussions here. 5-Star Prep, they do an unbelievable job covering. They were there in Cookeville. They'll be in Murfreesboro with some of the bigger schools going and representing Knoxville, trying to win a state championship. So, 5-Star Preps, all the state champions from this part of the state, attaboy and attagirl.
Yeah, we're lucky to have 5-Star Preps coverage because they cover beginning of football season all the way through the end of the spring, all the different sports. So 5starpreps.com, go check that out. We hand out attaboys and attagirls every day. Today to Webb's boys and girls basketball teams. We hand them out each day thanks to Native Design, your local custom pool and hardscape specialist. Native Design turns ordinary yards into exceptional escapes. You can feel it spring right around the corner. Call 865-310-3256. Visit the website, nativetn.com. Also a shout-out. Appreciate Kimberly in Maryville sending this a shout-out and a good luck. noting the Heritage High School Lady Mountaineers basketball team back-to-back 3A regional championships on their way to state on Thursday.
All right, let's go get it.
Congrats and good luck.
Absolutely. Bring home a state championship to East Tennessee.
We will come back. There is another big contract that's been handed out in the NFL. We'll tell you about that. We have the Power Poll to look back at the weekend with, and our final segment coming up next on Josh and Swain.
At the YMCA of East Tennessee, your membership comes with so much more than just access to the gym. Group classes like yoga, body pumps, Zumba, Pilates, Ultimate Fit, and water aerobics are all included. Need childcare while you work out? No problem. Whether you're an elite athlete training for the Knoxville Marathon or stepping into the gym for the very first time, yes, we'll even help you turn on the treadmill. You'll find all the support you need at the Y. 5 locations in Knoxville, unlimited possibilities. Join the Y today at ymcaknoxville.org, the YMCA of East Tennessee, for a better us.
Join Tyler and Will this Tuesday from 3 to 7 live at Fraser's Carpet 1 on Western Avenue. Come by and celebrate huge savings on carpet, hardwood, ceramic, and more. Call today for a free in-home estimate. Fraser's, 546-4850.
Honey, we need a new roof.
Go to moshingles.com and get a quote in 60 seconds.
Are they any good?
Yeah, they're a top-rated roofing company in East Tennessee and A+ rated with the BBB.
Free instant quotes at moshingles.com.
Great property management makes property owners happy. And boy, does NAI Cola RM Moore excel at property management. They manage over 4,750,000 square feet of property, from office, retail, industrial, multifamily, even residential properties. Keeping tenants happy maximizes long-term occupancy, and lower operational costs result from NAI vendor discounts and on staff maintenance services. Call NAI Cola RM Moore at 865-531-6400.
Throughout the country, buried pipelines are indicated by a pipeline right-of-way. A long, wide stretch of grass cleared of trees and marked with signs. If you have a right-of-way near your home, do not plant anything in it or dig in it. Do not install a fence or build your kids a super cool fort without first getting the pipeline operator's approval. For more on pipeline safety, visit pipesafety.org. A message from the Tennessee Gas Association, Tennessee Association of Broadcasters, and this station.
This is VFL Eric Ainge for my friends at LC Fence. LC Fence serves all of East Tennessee, especially right here in Knox County. They've been dedicated to their employees, this community, and doing business the right way for over 40 years now. They can install chain link, wood privacy, wood picket, aluminum or steel, vinyl, farm fencing, and any style of gate or operator. LCFence.com is your best starting point. When it comes to the liability of your company, the safety of your pets or family, don't trust anybody but LC Fence. LCFence.com.
Hi, I'm Pat with ProSource Home Buyers, and I buy houses cash. If you have a house and you want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me. 865-500-3711. I pay cash and close as quickly as you like. I buy houses in any condition, any price range, and any location. I buy several houses per month and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorced houses, behind on payment houses. I even buy my tenant will pay me the rent houses. Do you have a house that's in rough shape and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, because I love buying those houses. I buy vacant houses, abandoned houses, condemned houses, and even foreclosure houses. If you have a house and you want to sell it fast, call me. 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711.
In a flash, sell your house for cash. ProSource Home Buyers.
Spring is here, and you're probably flipping through the television channels watching all the home improvement shows, right? Because you want to make your outdoor space look the absolute best. First phone call needs to be the Tennessee Home to my friend James Anthony. 304-0955. 20 years of experience, and how many fencing contractors in town can also turn around and build you the perfect deck for you to start making memories all throughout the spring and summer. James Anthony. The only phone call you need to make is the Tennessee Home. 304-0955 or TennesseeHome.us.
Stream the Sports Animal free via the app, your smart speaker, your favorite streaming service, or the website at 991thesportsanimal.com.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
We're back for the final segment of Josh and Swain. Swain, good time today. Great day for Sam Darnold. 3 years, $100.5 million contract with the Seattle Seahawks. That news coming out a little bit earlier in the hour. The Seahawks traded Geno Smith to the Raiders on Friday night. And now Sam Darnold, after a successful season with the Minnesota Vikings, has cashed in 3 years, $100.5 million, with $55 million guaranteed for Darnold.
Josh, remember when Russell Wilson was traded to the Broncos, and you wonder who got the better end of the deal? Well, the Seahawks knew something that no one else knew, and they were willing to give up him for a couple picks, and then Wilson played terrible there with the Broncos. Aren't you a little worried, the fact that the Seahawks were willing to give away Geno Smith for Sam Darnold? That don't worry you, concern you as a Raiders fan, knowing he's going to be the quarterback of your team? Let me guess, you haven't thought about it that way, huh?
Well, I'll tell you one thing I don't like.
I just messed it up for you.
I don't like that you're doing this in the final segment of the show.
Just a question, Josh.
Well, that's important.
You brought it up. You brought up Sam Darnold.
Yeah, member of the media, new media.
Yeah, I'm just asking questions.
Some have said, but
that's what I'm here for.
I will point out
being professional
that one of the main people behind trading Russell Wilson away is now involved with trading for Geno Smith.
Hell of a player, Tom Brady, but has he ever been a GM? This is new territory for him.
We're talking about the Raiders
as
franchise
a quarterback.
here.
He's been great, but I mean,
what could possibly go wrong?
As a broadcaster, has he been as good as he was as a quarterback?
Some would say better.
Some would say not. Hey, it just depends on who you ask. Right?
It would depend. It would also depend on who's lying to themselves to make themselves feel
I'm messing
better. But hey, man, what a wild few days. Devontae Adams to the Rams, DK Metcalf to the Seahawks, Chris Godwin's going back to the Buccaneers.
DK to the Steelers from the Seahawks.
To the Steelers, yes.
I got you back. I got you back. He wanted to go somewhere warm, so they sent him to Pittsburgh.
That's it. And Aaron Rodgers' watch continues. Let's see. Before we close out the show, let's hit the power poll.
Captain, we're losing power in the warp engine.
Nuclear power pants.
What's up? I'm Kenny Powers.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
I have the power!
With great power comes great responsibility.
Full power, Mr. Scott.
So here's the real problem. You think you're slick.
I'm just talking about.
We look back at the weekend. We have our top performers, top not-so-performers, our winners and losers from the weekend. Swain, would you like to hit us with your list?
How about Justin Fields? $40 million deal with the Jets.
Does that happen?
Hey, refresh your ranking laptop over there, Josh Ward. That's what it says over here, buddy.
Shout out to the Apple universe.
So he's obviously a winner.
I'm behind.
I got to go with UCLA women's getting the Big Ten title, beating UCLA after UCLA beat them twice in the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
South Carolina women's team, they win the SEC with their blowout win against Texas. Myles Garrett, he said he wanted to play for a winner. He said he wanted to play for a contender. He wanted to be traded until he got that check.
Yeah, he's a winner.
He is definitely a winner, my friend. Signed the biggest contract of a non-quarterback in NFL history. So, boy to him, and he's definitely a winner. Loser, Chad Baker Mazzara. Auburn's player in the Alabama game. He elbows an Alabama player in the back of the head. He's not looking. The Alabama player collapses to the ground. They review it. He gets kicked out. There's no place for that in college basketball. Like, if you want to do that, you do that at the playground, man. If you don't do that in a game of that magnitude. So
we all saw it.
Yeah, no, not smart, really dumb, not slick at all. So he's the biggest loser, in my opinion, of the weekend in sports.
All right, I have an honorable mention winner. We got to mention him because Charles Barkley said we're not talking about him enough. SGA at OKC with the big win against the Nuggets. They're actually going to play again tonight. But that was an impressive showing by SGA. Is you have a real MVP battle going on, and I think SGA is the leader right now. Number 4, Alabama, buzzer beater. Sports are wild. Lose on a buzzer beater the week before, win on one the next week against your rival in Auburn. Number 3, Duke women's basketball team and Kara Lawson.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. They've had a terrific season, and they win the ACC women's tournament.
They beat Notre Dame and beat NC State, 2 teams they lost to in the regular season, too.
Yep, that's a big deal. Congrats to them. My top 2 winners, I told you I love the mid-major stories. So High Point getting their first draw into the men's tournament, and then Drake winning their conference tournament. They're called D2 Drake because they had to rebuild the entire roster, and they did it mostly with D2 players who came with their coach, and they punched their ticket, winning the Missouri Valley. Losers from the weekend, Texas hook them down, losing to Oklahoma, and they're out, essentially, of the NCAA tournament. Number 2, Bucknell, 1 seed, losing in their conference tournament to Navy with the losing record, and then Chad Baker-Mazara, number 1, for the reasons you laid out.
Yeah, facts.
That is the Power Poll to close out the show and head into tomorrow. We will have plenty to discuss. Look ahead to the SEC tournament as Tennessee still has plenty of time to get ready. Not until Friday. A little rest with the double bye. And don't forget Chris Lofton, 7 o'clock tonight, SEC Network. Jason Swain with the powerful voice included.
I got my popcorn ready.
7 o'clock, SEC Network, Volunteer for Life on Chris Lofton. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Joel Silverberg, thank you. We'll talk to you tomorrow at noon on Josh and Swain.
When it comes to